Previously on NeverQuest,
Fired.
a massive explosion rang through the air, disrupting the massive pit fight that had been organized outside of the town of Highever. And now, we join the scene in progress, if you please.
Hold on 1 second.
Now I have to vamp and stall for time so we can get to all
Okay, now
the
you
good
go.
stuff.
And go.
Welcome, everyone!
Oh, cool. Oh, hi. Oh, there's a new crowd.
Welcome, everyone, to NeverQuest, our weekly ongoing D&D campaign. Our heroes are petting the box that I live in now. And they are Barnabas Annabelle Goodfellow, also called Bags, a gnome named Ravener Shepin, a half-elf warlock named Alamar Velcro, and Peren Greycastle, the half-elf bard extraordinaire, maybe? Joining us also this week is Jen, who is both controlling our destiny as an omnipotent and omnipresent god, and joining in on the fun as Aleta, the knowledge cleric.
But also just a pawn in the hands of the gods.
Also
Also
a
wearing
pawn.
awesome matching flannel today, because we are cool.
So,
I
when
didn't
last
get the flannel memo. I'm kind
I'm
of
sorry.
not happy about
Check your
that.
inbox.
when last we left our heroes, a massive championship bout had been arranged by, not by the Thieves Guild, the Crows, but instead by the Highever Pit Fighting Commission, who had set up the fight in the old military training grounds near the fort. It was a beautiful day, and at sunset, at the height of the fight, screams broke out from amidst the crowd as there was a massive explosion of flame. In the midst of this, we see everything kind of frozen in time as a gout of flame rises from the chest seated near the Lord of Highever and the vacant seat where Princess Velia the dwarf once stood. We see a crowd of people screaming, some of them looking to start a fight, others looking to try and make off with as much stuff as they can grab. In the distance, a band of thieves, 2 dwarves and an elf, are making their way quickly with a chest full of gold and notes. Our
Love
heroes,
notes. All love notes.
all
Right.
love
All
notes.
love notes.
Our heroes are caught up in the midst of everything, but we'll get to what happens next in just a moment. For now, we go back just a couple of days before all the madness started.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
That makes
We're
sense,
going
right,
on
'cause
memento on this.
I know.
Oh.
Everyone get your pens ready.
Yeah, I know. I start running now.
Wait, what happened? I forgot.
Don't
Exactly.
Don't stab the big guy.
In fact,
Poor dude.
yeah, we join the 4 of you, kind of rehashing the plans as
Okay.
you get a troubling missive, Peren.
Okay.
Yeah, a courier comes up and delivers you a note.
Where am I? What am I doing? Who is this?
You guys are kind of going over the plan for the fight,
Okay.
which is to have Alamar swap out one of the chests.
Right.
Confusingly, but sure.
Yes.
To
Yes.
also then join the gang of thieves who are still trying to decide on a name at which is the name they're going with. It's very meta. We're joining them at
My boy.
the crow's secret vault
Very nice.
stashed underneath the rampant ogre or the drunken ogre, and to
Ravener
try and
is helping too. with
yes,
that plan, right?
Ravener is helping with
Yeah,
that
we're
plan,
going
and
on
you
another
are
raid adventure.
you are possibly going to don for the first time your disguise of either the Crimson Rose or the Crimson Rosé.
Yeah.
The legendary swashbuckling
We're still
hero.
floating that with a panel.
It's just.
And Bags, of course, is planning to
that's
take
still
part in the
focus
fight.
testing.
Yes.
It's in focus
And
testing.
I believe Peren is also, or Peren and or Ravener, or one of them is also getting the princess out of there.
Absolutely.
Not me.
Absolutely.
Well, no one told me about this, so I hope someone fills me in at some point.
Wait, was I getting the princess?
No,
I'm
I
going
think it
into
was
the- I'm going
gonna
into
be
the-
me. We had
Yeah, I'm
an
going
idea
into the
about this,
vaults.
but I think it was bad.
Yeah.
No, the
think the
idea
whole-
was like saving her and then being like, because you were supposed to do it, because then you'd be all like, also, I'm a good guy.
Yeah, and the
what
Crimson.
could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
We're splitting up not just the party. We're splitting up into individual people.
Oh,
Yeah,
but a
great.
cool thing is if I do the Crimson Rose thing, be like, it's me, the Crimson Rose. We can never be together. I'm a hero. And then everyone will be like, we gotta find the Crimson Rose. And I'll just take the mask off and be like, what's going on, dudes? It's me, regular Alamar.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And no one will be able to tell the difference.
As I mentioned, a courier kind of hands you
Right.
this letter.
Uh,
It is stamped with Lord Harrowmont's sigil.
Oh,
no.
weird.
No, no.
But before that, I want to thank Isindar for pizza.
We have
Yay!
pizza.
Yay! Thank you.
That was great.
Yeah, that's a thing you guys can do. If you treat stream, you can send us pizza, and people do it, and it's great. We love you for it.
We do.
And
And
I eat it.
if you want to know, this pizza comes with some strings attached. If you want more information, just talk to Isindar, who will probably say something like, "You'll see."
We, at least I don't know what those strings
Or
are.
you can message
I'm
Jen
apprehensive
and give her
about those
all new
strings.
strings.
I'm
you
going
can even
full
undo
Pinocchio on
strings.
this.
Oh.
and-
Yes,
At any
we're
rate,
no
into
strings on me.
polystringery here.
At
Yes,
any rate,
all right. Open the note.
The letter-
Read it.
I'm very
the letter
polystringers.
instructs you to
I read
wager.
it loud and dramatically.
The letter instructs you to
Obnoxiously loud, in fact.
to wager 3,000 gold pieces on the fight. News of the fight has spread beyond Highever,
Oh.
and
Oh, wow.
he has sent a signed inside the letter. He has sent a signed
Like an IOU.
writ, yeah, to give. He says that the bookie should take it, and there shouldn't be any trouble because the name Harrowmont is recognized far and wide throughout the land.
Right. Who's he betting for?
He's betting on Bags.
Sure.
Always
Sure.
bet on Bags.
Sure. I mean, that's fine.
I
so,
would
okay,
should
that's-
always bet on bags. That's
Sure.
really a good
Yeah. That seems
Maybe I should
fine,
place
right?
a bet as well.
You
I mean, I am in this for money.
Wait,
and
no,
I
but-
do have some gold.
Because
Look,
isn't
we don't
the
need to worry
whole
about
thing-
gambling because we're stealing a lot of
Right.
money. Like,
You'll be just stealing your own money.
yeah,
Wait, so they can't pay me out because I'm going to steal the payout money.
and like literally all the rest of the money. Like,
Oh,
when
so
this is
never
over,
mind,
we're
never
gonna
mind.
have.
That's a really.
Every money will be out.
We're each
But
going to be
think about it.
individually Harrowmont
Who
rich
would
when this
think
is
I
done.
helped do that?
I don't think that. Right.
So
I'm
everyone's
looting that vault.
everyone's got their role in the plan
Every
sorted out.
motor
Are we
Yes?
just
Dust.
taking bad people's money?
Can
there's a
someone
lot of
write
bad
down what I'm supposed to do for me?
I
is
honestly
there
don't
supposed
know
to-
what the answer to that.
All right. I mean, I can just have a good time. I'm down for
Peren,
it.
I feel
step
like you
one,
could just
look pretty.
improvise.
All right. Yeah, I got that. I good.
Just freestyle,
like
dude. I
like
think
he's
you can
supposed to.
All right.
What
Like,
was
if you could
Peren's
stand in the
plan-
corner and
role
be
in
like
this
this,
plan? I
just
feel
do
like
like
we
that.
had one for him.
That'd be good.
Probably.
I think
Did anyone in chat watch the last episode and do they remember what our plan for Peren is?
I remember if
What
you
was-
make an intelligence roll.
All right.
It's not hard.
Well, clearly we're not that intelligent. We can't.
I
remember.
got a 16.
I
You
got
are
like,
going to use
5.
his connection to the princess to
6.
arrange for Alamar to get easy access
Right.
to the
Ah,
chest that he's
to the
swapping.
chest.
All right. So like
and
that I
the-
can do at any point, right?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
before
Probably the day
fight.
of.
Yeah.
Sure.
We should try that.
Okay.
Get back to it.
Along the so we'll kind of fade out on the four of you meeting at the inn and discussing the plan, and we'll join Bags, who is meeting with a mysterious figure clad in red robes and trimmed with purple,
Are these
probably.
different than Alet's red robes?
Yes.
Okay.
Aleta.
They're
Aleta's.
similar.
And-
They're similar to her red robes, but these ones are different. These robes are much less cared for. They are burned and singed in places. The hood is no longer extant. You can see the remains where it once was. They are threadbare and freshly blackened, as though by some kind of fire.
You got the stuff?
Absolutely. I've got everything you're looking for. 70 casks of it.
Oh. All right.
But not big casks.
The small
You know.
cast,
might
yes.
have been
That's as we agreed. Well,
Is that what was going on?
I hand him the agreed upon payment.
Excellent.
Alchemist fire.
And he nods and says, "There's plenty more where that came from.
Well
so
done.
just come back if ever you need more."
Absolutely. Thank you for your good works, good sir.
All right.
Isn't there not more? Didn't we buy all of it? Okay.
Well, I can always make more.
Fair.
And
I'm probably not there.
I hand him the
We're
agreed
almost
upon
there.
payment.
No,
Excellent. You exchange goods and services,
Yes.
and we'll kind of fade out on that for a moment.
Can I see the DMG?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna look up all of your secrets.
Peren, you are in this next bit, though.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Because you are contacted by the princess.
Oh.
Or rather, in her noble disguise as
Right.
Lady Winelvia Wellensworth.
Yeah.
Barely a disguise.
Willingsville.
Well, I mean, like, because we know now.
I'm really roughing it down here, wandering on the social.
Yeah. She's living in a house instead of a castle.
I mean, that is a pretty big downgrade.
It's a
all
castle-y
things
house, though.
It is a castle-y house. She has
Built on a castle rock.
she has in fact
It's a whole different universe.
invited you to her manor
Oh.
I don't know. This is a portal.
Just for like dinner or like for like a right now thing?
for a right now thing.
Oh. Yeah, she just can't wait.
Hey.
Okay. Unless I got something better going on, I'll head
Yes.
over there now.
You're shown in by her steward. And,
Do I recognize the steward?
yeah, you met before.
Yeah, like the same steward. That was
person.
what?
What better would you have than like a personal invitation
From
than
the
the
prince?
princess? Like
I don't
you
know.
like unless
I
I
got
got
nothing better going on.
I'm a busy guy.
Like,
Like,
I
you
got
know,
somebody
maybe
cleaning
two
the cat litter or
princesses want me to go over to their house.
that's fair. Maybe the princess that you're actually in love with.
Maybe it is another castle that has two
They
princesses
don't,
that invite
but
him
she does say,
and they're French.
No, I want to greet the steward as though we are super close friends, even though I know we're really not, because I'm trying to build a rapport.
all right, make a persuasion check.
Wow. 20?
All right. The steward nods silently, but you're pretty sure it's a
Yeah.
slightly friendlier silent nod.
All right, good. I'll take it.
You are shown into a rather nice tea room and are supplied with tea. And Winelvia joins you.
Hey, what's going on?
Um,
Oh, No, it's fine. It's fine. Hot.
is
Can
it?
I get an ice cube? Just one. Thank you.
It is brought to you in short order. I understand that you are responsible for creating this uproar around the championship fight extravaganza, I believe
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah, that's probably what I called it.
I have been asked to attend. I ordinarily would decline such a thing, but I know you.
Yeah.
Do you think I should?
Let me think.
She should go.
Can I get back to you on that? Wait, no, hold on, let me think. Okay, so who would you all right, would you be going as yourself or like as like yourself?
No, as the princess.
I think that would be good.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? How about this? I will go as your date. Huh? We can make we can make like a whole show of it, and everyone will see us together, and they'll start talking, and and that's a great way to like really build up your PR.
Let's say you're going as my entertainer that I've hired to keep me entertained.
That
fight will be
seems,
so boring.
Yeah, that seems a little shady, but sure.
Oh,
I don't know what golden ass.
yeah. Obviously, I would not need you during the fight,
Uh-huh.
but I
Just as a title though, entertain. Like I don't know, that just seemed like jester. Can we come up with a better title?
No, see, that sounds pretty
do you not
accurate.
prefer jester?
No.
What do you do?
I don't know.
Ah,
Pencil.
well, what?
How
Why
about?
did you just shout pencil?
I don't know. Sometimes it just happens. It's a weird tick I have.
Very well.
You know, that's fine. You know what? Better yet, let's not put a label on it. Let's just sort of let it build organically.
All right. As long as it's clear that you're there at my request and not in a romantic way.
See, labels are real rough. We'll let the people decide.
Wait, you don't like labels? What are you, a bisexual character?
I don't think I get it. Maybe. I don't know.
Would have
Moving
played better
on.
at pansexual, but that's okay.
I think this is over my head.
It's cool.
Didn't you just like a day ago turn down her romantic overture?
Yeah, no,
Then he
because I
found
didn't
out-
know she was a princess.
Right.
It's
And
very
then the
important.
script flipped.
Sure.
Right.
right. And now he regrets
This is a
everything.
hilarious Shakespeare play.
Okay.
It really is.
So
Well, all right.
yeah, well, all right. So let's just leave it open. We'll decide who or who not is, desperately in love with the other and wants
Since you
a lot
have
of your
agreed
money.
to do this, then
Yeah.
that means that you will also agree to the other part of the plan.
Have you told me the other part?
Not yet, but you're
Okay,
about
yeah.
to find out.
Because I was like,
No,
like,
what
I-
you're going to do is, you have, of course, a few days. You're going to figure out who my mysterious suitor is, and you're going to point them out to me.
Wow.
Anyone who's anyone is going to be at that fight,
What if they're not anyone?
then you'll see to it that they're there. You have people skills, after all. Excellent, good. I'm glad we had this chat.
Okay, no, yeah, that's fine. No. You know what? Because I'm remembering what Peren thinks. I can guarantee you he'll be there, in fact.
Perfect.
I have it on good authority. Alright, I'm done being shaken. Yeah, he'll be there.
Excellent. Good. Now, there's one other favor I have to ask of you.
Of course.
You snuck past my guard.
Yeah.
Can you show me?
It was sort of like this, and then a little bit like that, and then bam.
You see her, like, kind of look concerned. You know what?
I have shitty guards.
I
I'm investing a lot of emotional
If
energy
it,
in this
if it
film.
helps, all right, yeah. So I'm playing it up for the theatrics of it, but I actually studied under a real life ninja
oh.
on how to sneak by people. You know, it doesn't come up very often, but the times it's important, it's a lifesaver.
I would like for you to teach me.
Absolutely, I can
I
do
have
that.
never seen anyone get past. I have never seen anyone get
I'm a
past.
man of several talents.
Well, at least two that I can think of.
Thank you.
Heyo.
Thank you.
Yeah, wait.
I'll take it.
And she will kind of like ask you, and we have a little scene of Peren and teaching the basics
Yeah.
of stealth, that
Sure.
sort of thing.
If I think if
Um,
it starts to feel like this might take a little while, let's be like, hey, let's put this off till after the fight because I also have to go do some other stuff.
This is
Yeah.
a great romantic opportunity.
It's not very
Hey,
good.
like,
Jen.
you know, do the
Yes,
whole,
I
like,
hear you
venue
typing up a storm.
stealth
What do you
like
mean?
this.
Are you
Sitting very
able
close
to
to
join
it.
us?
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
She ain't got the left
God,
to
if anything
say,
happens.
but
Because
there's
the next scene is
something
the
about
day
the-
before the fight. You've all been busy with preparations for the fight. And Aleta has been conducting her research
Preparing.
and has noticed the. Well, what you've been doing is helping the gang that's still deciding on their name.
Trademark.
Figure out like the best route to the vaults, and you have definitely like you've got it figured out. You know exactly where they're gonna go. You've told them about the new wrinkle. They think it's kind of cool that you're also taking the big chest out from under the watching eyes of both the Lord of High Ever, who's sort of like the chief administrator. Like Lilia is the figurehead. Something's
It's gonna be
happening.
real cramped over here. I'm just muttering to myself and making a big old distraction.
I kind of put myself on 2 benches.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's a real scooch over here.
basically, they think it's impressive what you're doing and support your endeavor to take as much gold as possible.
Yes.
Especially like that you're taking it right out of the right out from under the noble's eyes, and are trying to come up with a cool name for the heist. But mostly that's what you've been busy over the last couple
We're
of days.
calling it the Neverwinter Silverfish.
The Neverwinter Silverfish.
Wow.
Ooh,
They like the name.
I like
they
this.
like that very much. And
Right.
Silverleaf says, especially because it has nothing to do with where it's happening at all.
That's sort of how it goes. Like, it's not like the Kansas City Shuffle only happens in Kansas City.
It's very true.
Glad there's a place in this world that's also called Kansas City. Oh, I
You
realized
guys
that
are
was
probably going there. But in the meantime,
great.
that
2
was
countries at once.
that was yesterday, and yesterday's done. Today, today you and Aleta have found a safe place outside the walls of Highever. Today is a peaceful day.
Is it full of monsters?
It is not quite full of monsters.
Why not?
It is, however, a place where you can get away from the prying eyes of anyone who might be interested in the gem, and take some time to practice with it.
Before we start, Aleta, last time we talked, you promised that because I got like 8% more ethically inclined that you wouldn't try and take the gem, right?
No.
Okay.
I never said I was going to take it to begin with.
Okay.
I just said you needed more training.
I just really wanted to get this promise out of you before we do anything.
Not happening.
You're just not gonna promise?
I don't make promises that require knowledge of the future that I don't have. That
That's
just
every promise!
Makes absolutely exactly. I don't tend to make statements that have blanket.
No, that's not true. I promised I did not kill that guy. For example.
Yeah, but like, maybe you got mementoed, or maybe it's a brainwash scenario. Like, you
But
don't
that's
know.
still not the
She said only. Yeah, she said only in the future. So
Yeah,
she could
yeah,
promise
you can
things
make
about the
promises of
past, as long as she's not
I'm just-
planning to
I'm just
travel
chiming
into
in.
the past and
Ignore
make
me.
it the future.
Yeah, there's ways to make what I said apply. Anyways.
I can promise that if I believe that the gem is in safe hands and in no way capable of doing any harm to people, that I am very unlikely to make extreme efforts to remove it from its current ownership.
This
or
is
Cool,
possession.
great.
This
No,
seems
we
like
can-
a reasonable promise. To
we can.
make.
I don't like it, but we can work with it. So here we go. What are we doing here? It's probably your idea because I don't
Yeah.
mind setting this thing off in the middle of a city.
Which is already established information. He shot a laser beam 600 feet into the air.
And blew,
Galean,
and blew up
And-
Galean,
Put a
I
hole
need
in the
your
barrel
patience
with
Put a hole in the
precision.
right now. I really just need your patience and your understanding.
All right, so we're out here, away from anything fun or cool.
It is, in fact, a relatively
Knowledge
mild
is funny.
winter day. You've had a few of them. It's like the snowstorms have kind of let up a little bit, and you're just enjoying a fairly bright day with blue skies, even though the ground is covered in snow.
Is it one of those like kind of heavy but like medium heavy jackets, but it still feels kind of cold, but it's like nice kind of days?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's like
Oh,
that's
the
It
best.
is
We so need
crisp.
those days because my air conditioner stopped working.
the snow has been on the ground for a few days, so it's kind of a little more compacted, and it doesn't quite melt into every crevice as easily.
So my first move after discovering such an item exists and is in somewhat dubious hands
I
would
think
have
you
been
mean
to-
excellent hands.
would have been to seek out more knowledge of it at local
They
places of learning. and
they
such.
don't know about this thing. This thing
People
is,
might not, but surely there are books of magic or arcana or history that say something about such things. Am I wrong? Am I wrong here?
Are you a scholar? Do you have that background?
I am a knowledge cleric and very much of the scholarly persuasion. I have library access, which gives me free and easy access to everything in any library, even secret expensive things. And I have working knowledge of cloisters, personnel, and bureaucracy, and can navigate such systems with excitement from the people that work in them.
But correct me if I'm wrong. But
Sounds
you
like a
know,
demon
if
to me.
you are looking for some information, you know where to look for it, even if it's not. Where you're
Or I would
looking.
have the ability to talk to the people in such a place and have them point me. Like if I show up, I basically have like the super duper.
So
deluxe
here's what you would have found out
librarianism.
about this gem, which is that there are artifacts that are similar to this thing that have been talked about, but
You don't know where you can find where to find it.
but it's not anything that's kind of recorded here. You would need. This is a very humble temple. Really, all things considered, like it's modest, like a mouse. And they
Like a singing mouse?
they no that guy
Mouse
that
is a
one
mouse.
the singing mouse is dead.
What? I
Sorry.
didn't get that memo.
Enough.
I didn't get that reference.
Well, dead mouse. I guess he doesn't sing.
He does not sing.
But he does play interesting techno.
Dead Mouse 5.
Yeah. Anyway, Dead Mouse 5. But they don't have information on this specific thing.
Okay.
The closest you'd be able to find out is that there are artifacts that do things like this, and they all tend to be powerful. But nothing like this is around here. You would need like a library from a big city, or at like a wizard academy, and there aren't.
Or a spell like Identify.
Or a spell. You might be able to try that. Yeah.
Well, before
Yeah,
you try
so-
that, check this out, and I pull out what appears to be a page from the book, on which, in certainly not my handwriting, is scrawled, "This gem is very great, and it's very good that someone has it, and the person who has it, A+. Hyphen prophecy." And then I hand it.
So being particularly book inclined and very studied of such things.
Oh, so
I
you know what's in
investigated the
every
paper.
single book.
Not in every single book, but I could tell you pretty accurately like how old the page is, when it was written, the quality of the paper, the scent of it. It comes from a particular area or region.
Smells like magical cigarettes.
Like I'm
Fantasy.
imagining Julianne
That's my
Moore
brand.
in Hannibal
Uh-huh.
in the basement checking out the quality of the paper, knowing what stationery company it came from.
To that I
That's
say.
reasonable.
To that I say.
I'm a
People
book nerd.
write new books, dude.
This
Someone
dude
found out
you
I
keep
had it.
calling me.
Someone found out I had this book, or this gem, and then wrote a whole book about how great it is that I have it.
Yeah, who's this person?
You know, I
Where are the
believe-
I don't
references?
know.
I believe this. The
So you're accepting
broad
knowledge from
form of
dubious
this
people.
statement.
You're just
I believe that
blanket
is also
accepting their-
true.
At any rate, what is it that you would like to
Dubiousness is
learn
relative.
about the gem besides information? You get a chance to see it
so
in action.
knowing nothing about it other than the basics of, oh, I think it does this kind of a thing. I would want to, if we're going out of the city to be away from people to properly like probe and poke at it, I would want to do everything that I could to learn stuff about it. So casting Identify on it,
Sure.
detecting magic on it,
And presumably.
casting
Knowing this, you would
Augury
have
to talk to
prepared it.
Julian and know if
All right.
it's
well,
a good
let's-
idea
let's
to
start with,
poke it.
Let's start with identify.
Okay.
If assuming you're.
And these
cool
are
with
all
that.
ritualistic spells, so I would be sitting around and doing
Yeah.
mumbo jumbo, and I'm sure it would be very frustrating
Yeah.
to him while I'm just like.
I guess what's happening is Aleta's doing her spells and her investigations, and I'm just like holding the gem and moving around,
I
like
honestly,
not letting go of it, but just holding it in both hands and being like, "Where do you need this first? You need it?
I
I'll put it
honestly see
here,
if this
here."
this is like Bags is with you, and this is like the gem is giving birth. Is your wife giving birth? Like Aleta's like in the room performing stuff, and you're just like pacing around outside.
No,
And
no,
Bags
no.
like, calm down. It's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna be broken.
No, you see, the problem with that metaphor, well, very close to accurate, is this: the
will
gem's
not
like the
separate
baby,
itself.
and I'm like the mom, cause we're attached.
You cast
So the pacing
identify.
is true.
You cast identify,
Yes.
and you discover that you discover that it can It can enhance the property of any spell that is cast through it, which you guys know. But you also realize that you should be knowing more from this spell. Like the spell should tell you what exactly happens here.
My identify spell.
Yeah,
should?
yeah, yeah.
And that
Should-
it's not.
It's not. There is where you would be getting more information about this thing.
Like a
It's-
magical cloaking.
It's like there's a fog that your magic can't quite see through.
I'm sure Ophodon knows some more stuff, but I don't know if he
Who?
does. Ophodon, he was the priest of the snake god who was guarding this thing.
Weirdo with eczema.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
He's back with Hermont, but yeah, I don't know if he knows much. I assume
What was
most.
his name?
I wonder how his skin
Ophodon.
is these days.
I also assume that most of the books in the region have been taken by the cult of the Emerald Eye for safekeeping or to prevent others from knowing. About
But to be
it.
perfectly fair, we pretty much wiped them out.
I mean, we know where some of the really
actually,
bad
we
cults-
didn't
we
wipe
know
out
where
the
some of
old
them
man.
are.
You might know about the Emerald Eye. Give me let's call that intelligence. It might be a history. History applies here. If you got history as a skill.
Oh, do I?
They're still supposed. Well, I mean, one guy got away, and they're still supposed to have some in the woods near the druids. There's still
Yeah.
supposed to be some of them doing
There's
stuff
at
there.
That's a 28 for my
3.
history check.
So you know
What?
Big old number.
Yeah.
So-
I have a +9 modifier to that.
yeah, you have in fact heard of the Emerald Eye before. You know that they are they're sort of a shadowy organization that is known to deal in sinister activities. Some accounts have them as spies, some accounts have them as assassins, others still as smugglers or slavers. But you know that all that's kind of a smokescreen, and that their real goal is collecting objects of arcane power. That's sort of a number of priceless treasures have disappeared or been believed to be destroyed, and all of these are kind of assumed to either have been at the request of or at the hands of the Emerald Eye.
So really, knowing that, what's the difference between you and me, right? Like, you want to keep these books away from whatever, I forget the whole backstory, but that's your thing, and I'm keeping my gem away from these guys who are also bad and will do bad things with it.
Well, since you asked,
you guys
the
did
difference
learn
is
that they're all racist.
They're racists.
the
When did you
difference
learn
between
that?
you and I in that is I have absolutely no intention of using these books.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
so the difference is that you're not fun, but like that's a small
That's why we shouldn't
difference.
listen to that gravedigger. He wants you to use the books.
Well, I have no intention of doing that, so that's fine. He can say that all he wants. I'm
Could
not
you
going to
imagine
do
if
it.
she was as fun as you? Because then we would go out drinking and be like, woo, yeah.
Ravener gets it.
Yeah, I get it.
Ravener gets
Drinking
it.
kills brain cells.
Whatever. Didn't
It's
need
like
those
the whole
anyway.
point.
I like my brain cells.
But I
I need
mean,
more of them, actually.
I bet if you
That's
lost a
what-
few,
that's what-
it would be.
that's what healing
Not so
spells are
bad.
for.
Yeah,
Boom.
but
That's a restoration.
that is a waste of Galeon's talents and abilities, his gifts.
What kind of god even conceives of the idea of wasting? It's infinite.
Would you like a list? How long do you have?
Aren't they
There are
infinite?
many.
I guess they're not that infinite.
Their
that
gifts
snake
are
was
not.
kind of
Their
dumb.
gifts are most definitely not given with the intention of being abused in such a manner.
It's true.
And the gods, especially the gods that I cater to, are known for punishing people who waste their gifts.
But healing potions are man-made and do not have anything to do with gods.
True.
And I found a little bit of a healing potion with a bit of that fine
Yeah.
vodka
Oh.
that
Ooh.
Howard
This
gives
It's
that.
leisure time that I
I
can
Peren
have
could theoretically cast a healing potion,
Well, here,
that's
and
true.
he's not divine.
Here's a theological
Oh,
question.
exactly fine.
Sure, I love those. Those are great.
So, if all these gods exist infinitely, they can't really waste anything. But secondly, how do we know they don't engage? They want us to be more like them, so we should engage with the infinite, a la doing my shit. Just whatever. Nothing exists
I don't know
anyway,
about
you
you
know?
and the deities that you.
It's a unicorn on
to.
a unicycle. We're good friends. Don't worry about it.
That's great. I also consider myself as close as a human can be to their deity, you know, when you're in their service. And Galeon most definitely does not appreciate people who use his gifts in such a manner. And has been known to take those gifts away from people who...
Seems like Seems like he's hiding something.
I lead a very serious life with a very specific and honed purpose.
That is
Alamar,
an utterly foreign concept to me.
have you considered the fact that your deity is so wasteful with his gifts is perhaps why no one's ever heard of him?
Nobody's.
I've heard of him.
No one else has ever heard of him?
Have I heard of his deity?
Have you named your deity?
I mean, Hail Mother Worm, I guess.
Wasn't it the Prince of Fools?
It was the Prince of Fools in the book,
Yeah.
yeah. But I say Hail Mother Worm a lot.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a little
Would
bit
that
of
be
both.
like a religion check?
It's just a little mishmash. It's a mashup.
Yeah, that would be a religion
What?
check.
Actually, speaking of, what gods are we using?
We are using the ones that are there.
Groundhog?
That's a 23 religion check.
23. All right. Yeah, you know that the Prince of Fools is a very powerful archfey of some kind.
Oh.
And
Gillian has
I
spoken to me in the
do.
deity, actually.
Well, then you know that everything I'm doing is basically in line with the general premise of the theology as he's laid it out.
That is
Well, I have
actually
no-
very true. Yeah.
I have absolutely no problem with you manifesting your faith in whichever matter suits you, but I would also not go so far as to attempt to change anybody in their faith.
an archfey.
I would ask only that others respect.
Why is she such a
my beliefs.
progressive?
Okay, fine. Let's test the gem.
Delightful.
I'm done disassembling.
You are the father. Congratulations.
Not-
Turn your chest and come back positive.
That's my gem, baby.
All right. So you want to
So, yeah,
test
okay,
the gem?
so
Alright.
the identify spell gives me a little bit and not much more.
Yep.
And it is already magic, so there's really no point in me detecting magic on it.
Yeah.
So, okay, the next step would be to confer with Gillian about it.
All
via
right.
Augury.
Augury.
So that's one of those you ask a specific question and then he lets you know if the question is it's a question in relation to a specific action you are planning to take in the next 30 minutes
Yes.
kind of a thing.
I have pulled the spell up.
Delightful. I have spell cards. They're a great
Perfect.
thing in this edition. They're delightful. If you play D&D
They are, yeah.
and you're a spellcaster, get them. They make life fun.
All right.
Yeah, I'm out of space on my sheet, so I love that.
So
Dude, they're
I'll
just
just remember
fucking
what
great
my
because
spells
it's like,
You use like
especially being a knowledge cleric, like this is all of my fun.
Who uses magic?
That's all my shit. It's
so you.
weird question from a wizard, but appropriate.
Have they
question for
noticed
this
how
wizard.
little magic the gnomes have been using?
Right.
So
Yeah, I think you've used more magic than that.
I've cast exactly
Uh,
2 spells.
I suppose
And so
in
with
this
animals, a
specific
fair amount.
instance,
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
the
But
question
it's a
being
natural
posed to Gillian would be if I were to do nothing and allow him to keep this gem with as little knowledge as he has of it and all
I mean,
of
I
that.
can tell you right now, that's
that-
good and bad. That's the result you're gonna get. I'm just trying to save you a spell because you're all about wasting.
It's a
spells.
ritual. I can.
Yeah. So
Save me the time.
all right.
Like the 3
So
hours
it's
it
each
takes.
one.
10 minutes actually.
what is your
Oh, correct,
ritual
Peren,
for
it's just
contacting
good.
and consulting the wisdom of Gillian?
I imagine it's like cuddling a tome, like cuddling the tome of Gillian.
Like crawls into bed with,
The
with a
tome.
tome and like a cup of
a
tea.
little bit of a little bit of a yoga pose.
Okay.
Just reading a book for 10 minutes.
Just read a book for 10 minutes.
Well, really, I think it might be preparing the ritual and flipping through the book and then consulting the chapter.
My divining tool. I have a So Gillian symbol is the tome.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a little
Mini
little
tome?
locket. It's
Mhm.
a little. It opens and it's a book of Gillian.
Cool.
So that's my
That's pretty cute.
my-
Aw.
right. That's my what's the word I'm looking for?
Focus.
Mushroom.
Thank you.
There
My-
you go.
Yeah, my focus. And
Cool.
that's- So I pull it
Oh,
out
for
and
random
So
words.
you want to know what will happen in the next 30 minutes if you let him keep the gem and do
well,
nothing
if
to
in the
interfere.
next 30 minutes I make the decision to leave it alone and let
Mhm.
him go on about his business and do stuff, if sometime in the future if that's gonna like just be disastrous or whatever.
Sure. Weal and woe is the results you get from that.
Yeah.
Good and bad will happen.
Told you.
Um,
No one ever listens.
you can. I mean, it's a ritual spell. So if there's more stuff you wanna ask about.
Well, but if I cast it again in such a short amount of time without resting, there's a 25% chance that fuckery will happen with what
It's
he tells
true.
me.
Shoot your shot.
That's only 25%.
So, only 25%.
That's the good
I don't
thing.
have a percentile die in my hand
I do.
ready to go.
Can
Oh,
I
know
you
all
don't
this
at all?
anything?
No,
Here,
it's
here.
fine.
20.
That's not how that works. You're
Okay,
halfway there.
say I Because why not? Okay.
Yes?
Oh, never mind.
No, too late. You already said it. Go ahead.
So I make the decision to take the gem for safekeeping and give it into somebody of somebody knowledgeable who would be able to properly
Someone,
care for it.
not him. I
and
assume.
not me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to keep it.
So
I want it to go to somebody
on
who's
that one,
trained.
on
in
that
such
one,
things.
it's almost immediate. Like before the question is even done, your little locket tome kind of it almost is drawn by magnetic force to a word, a single word on the page. Whoa.
If I take it from him, it's bad.
Whoa.
Whoa.
But only
Hey,
the
you
next
don't know
30
what I'm saying. I'm talking to Glean right now.
But
I'm
only
like
the next
4 feet
30
away
minutes.
from
I'm
you.
not talking out loud.
The,
You did say it pointed.
it
It's
did.
pointed.
At
But
any
you have
rate,
no idea what I'm asking.
that's
Yeah, but
That
woe
was
in
a silent
general is like
question.
kind of fun for me, so I'm okay with it.
That's valid. That's valid.
anything else
And it
you'd
wasn't
like
like,
to?
whoa.
Anything
It
else
was
you
whoa.
want to ask?
Yeah, I'm more whoa than whoa. But yeah, that's fair.
Is attempting to figure out how to use it properly and channel its energy a good idea? Like to help him figure out how to use the thing, or should I just like back away slowly and plug my fingers in my ears and pretend that nothing bad is happening?
That one results in nothing. It might be neither especially good or bad.
Really?
I see that reaction, to which I say, this is why gods that you don't get to hang out with are silly.
I am very offended and I walk away.
I guess silly is like the worst thing you could call something in the framework, in like her
That's
worldview.
true.
Has zero chill. Zero chill when it comes to her god.
You
Frivolous
see,
god.
You see Aleta turn and walk away.
Wait,
No
don't you want
words.
to see what it does?
No, no.
I thought I was going
No,
to
no.
something. Please,
No.
can I just show you one?
God.
Just one thing.
Oh, we're all doomed.
Well, then we'll know one's there, since it's just me by myself in the woods.
I'm there.
Max is there.
I just look at you and go shrug. Clerics.
Should you do something cool?
Did you find something?
Can we find a 200-foot field?
Yeah.
200-foot
Open
diameter.
space. 200-foot diameter.
So it's
Ra- radius? Radius.
Yeah, so
400
400
feet.
foot empty. Yeah, you can find a clearing in the forest.
Okay. Want to do something cool?
Well, I don't want to stop you, but I feel like someone should be here to make sure you don't die, so okay.
I'm gonna cast from 401 feet from like like the
outside of
very
the radius,
very
yeah.
edge though. I want to be as
Yeah,
close
yeah,
as
yeah.
possible. I'll just drop Hunger of Hadar on this field through the gem.
All right. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
I also want to know what happens if I do that because I have an idea.
All
for
right.
later.
Is that the tentacles?
It's
That
like a
is.
bigger version.
Right, but that's the tentacle spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, just curious.
Yes. So.
Before I have arms, now I have the whole hunger.
Sure.
Here's what happens. You cast the spell, and there is where once the field was. Now there is a sphere of utter darkness. It is the darkness, even darker than the night. It is the darkness between the stars. Even standing at the edge of it, you can feel the biting cold. The sky itself seems to darken.
That's a little more than I expected.
Those even anyone outside, in fact, will notice the ominous dimming just a little tiny bit.
Will I notice it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking up, yes. I don't. That is one of those. She might just be reading her book and might not notice.
That's a very
That-
valid.
right?
I hope
Hold
she
on.
does notice.
It is. I leave that to you.
Is she yelling at Galean right now,
Yes.
reading her book?
What is that number?
I notice.
Good.
All right.
That was a perception check.
I thought you were doing like
17. Apparently, though I am walking away and am very frustrated, I am still very intent about things.
And you all begin to hear this susurration issuing from within the area
Why?
of.
Do
of
you hear
the
that
void.
susurration?
I don't even know what that word
So,
means.
all right. So I see this
Many
happen.
many voices whispering all at once.
What do
I
say?
go, really? At the top of my lungs, whip back around, stomp back, and cast Dispel Magic on whatever the fuck
Well,
he just said.
you'll have to get there first. You'll have
I walk back with the intention of
yes,
doing that.
yes. You're not necessarily sure. You're not immediately where they are, so you know that something's going on. You'll
You'll
come.
a 19 perception check. I'm sure my spidey senses have a pretty good idea.
You'll
what's
come
that.
across this sphere of darkness, but there's at least a couple rounds before you make your dispel
Mad
attempt.
about it.
Rounds?
Yeah. Because
Great.
it lasts for a while.
Until I turn it off.
Yeah. How long
Which
do you
is
want
so
it to?
wild.
How long do you want it to go?
I just want to like make sure it works.
It does work. Oh, it works real good.
Can I hear what the susurrations are?
Yes, they are whispering in a language you do not understand.
Is it remind me at all of the various language I heard in Jeffrey's brain?
A little bit, yeah, actually.
Bags has plugged his ears.
Yep.
Checks out. I mean that's sufficiently cool. I'll just turn it off.
That's the thing. It should turn off. You are not concentrating on the spell anymore. You've let it go, and it's still there.
All right, counter move.
Uh-huh.
I'll channel the idea of off through the gem.
Nope, it's still going.
Double counter move. I yell at it.
You yell.
guilty.
So, and that's when Aleta comes up with Alamar yelling at the cosmic void. There is.
I can't hear you, Cosmic
Bags-
Void. I can't
Bags
hear you.
is sitting there looking.
Look,
I assume
you-
not looking at it.
No,
too,
I'm
right?
looking at it.
You
'cause
aren't even
I
supposed to be
I need to
here.
make sure I can stop
If
anything.
it's a
And-
third level or lower type of magic,
And
I am
it-
able to dispel it.
it
It's a
is
third level spell
ordinarily-
slot for
It
me.
is ordinarily a third level spell, but I'm gonna make you roll on it because of reasons.
Because reasons, you know.
Yeah.
Do I get to do that at advantage then, since
Uh,
I have the spell and I'm proficient at it?
No, but you do get to add your proficiency bonus as whatever.
My normal spell.
Yeah, you dispel.
Okay. Would
Make
that be
your
a-
dispel attempt normally. It's on the dispel.
I've stopped yelling at it, and now I'm trying to ask the voices, what's where
16.
you were before?
16. 16.
Because it does take a chunk of like outer space sky.
You did take a chunk of outer space sky.
So what's there now?
It's still outer space. You've mostly opened a gateway to it.
There's
is
a
what
lot
you've
of
done.
space.
No.
You can't just sure.
Yeah,
lot
if you remove space, what's left there? Space.
Your magic on its own is not enough to dispel it. Your magic is not powerful enough to dispel it.
All right, fine. Let's do the friendship thing that he clearly wants us to do. What you're gonna do, Aleta, is put your hands.
Oh, what I'm gonna do? You're gonna tell me what I'm gonna do. You did this.
Okay, look. Here are the options. We either do the thing I'm about to say, or we just leave it and who cares. But I feel like that's
do you
not.
see why you shouldn't be playing with powers that you don't understand?
Well,
Do
how
you
am I
see?
gonna understand them if I
Do
don't
you
try stuff?
want this to
He's
happen?
got you
Because
there.
But
this
I
is how
gotta
this happens.
experiment with things, or I'm not gonna know how they work.
Apparently, you still don't know how it works because you don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, no. That just proves my point.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
If I had not done this now, later I might have done it when I was thinking about doing it during the plan, and then it
Or
would
you
have...
just shouldn't be playing with it to begin with.
Well, no, because I won't
Yes.
learn anything.
Fine. Then have fun figuring out how to handle
Look,
it.
no, look, here's your decision, and this decision you have to make and bear on your conscience. Either you help me with this other experiment to get rid of it, or you just leave, and we have this giant sphere of darkness and evil just in the middle of these woods, where a squirrel might get eaten, or maybe a deer,
what?
or maybe Ravener. Who knows what? Anything could wander into there and get just zorped up for 20d6 damage, which is why I cast the spell in the first place. So, the alternatives are you let that happen, and you're complicit in
cannot
that
let
death.
any harm come to squirrels.
I'm not sure what you're rolling for.
Don't worry about it.
So you can either be complicit in that, or you and I can do a very cool combo spell. And it'll be fucking rad.
Just try not to destroy magic in the entire region.
I very much believe that people are responsible for ending their own problems, especially when such things are entered into without wisdom or without reverence or respect for the magics and abilities that they're using. I will help you under one condition. That condition being you do not use this thing again until you learn how to properly channel its energies. That is the only way in which I will help you.
Irreverently, I respond, I'm gonna go to the bar and let this guy burn himself out, and then go to leave.
Then know that I will make every attempt to make sure that the local authorities know that it was you who caused this problem.
Why would you even do that?
Because you created this,
But
and
it's
you
gonna
won't do
go
what you need to
away.
do to make sure it won't happen again.
Well, no,
This is unacceptable.
no. See, I feel like you're. I
Unacceptable
feel like
and unwise usage of
I
magic you
feel
do not
like
understand. This
you're
is an unforgivable offense.
missing a critical
This is
part.
your choice.
No, I think you're missing a critical component of the intellectual framework at
I
play
have
here.
told you your
Which
choice.
is, no, wait. Sure, cool, copy. But how am I gonna learn how to channel it better if I don't practice with it?
Finding a practitioner who understands such magics and knows how to use them appropriately.
No one,
This is
no one's
so
gonna.
This is what school is
entertaining.
for.
School is not for this.
Yes, it is.
This
That is the very definition of what school is for.
School's
Yeah.
gonna take something like this and turn it into like some mainstreamed, marketable commodity.
I'm no
that-
longer paying attention to him. I'm analyzing the magics
Sounds
that have happened
great.
and attempting to understand them.
Bags, do you have Dispel Magic?
Nope.
it is make an Arcana check.
I create magic. I don't dispel it.
Me neither.
Maybe I should learn that at some point.
Well,
This is fascinating. The spell appears to be sustaining itself. Spells don't do that. They need will or some kind of mind behind them, and yet this spell has stabilized itself. Kind of, it's sort of in perfect balance with the nexus of arcane energies around here.
Hey,
Like
Uh,
a black hole.
I have a question. Isn't Galean the god of knowledge?
Yeah.
I just made new knowledge,
no, you made a new mistake. That you
which
have
is how
no
you learn
knowledge
about
of.
knowledge. Things come. Yeah, sure. That's how it starts. I
So,
I kicked the
I
ball
got it,
down the
like,
hill of knowing
3
things.
points.
All right,
there.
all right,
You
all
can try
right.
an Arcana check.
All right.
I'll try an Arcana check.
I pull one. I know how we're gonna settle this.
Well, first I'm going to do an Arcana check.
Okay.
Make them hit each other with shovels.
We're not going to hit each other with shovels.
I want to point out
Is a good way of
fudge
working out
was
problems.
made by mistake, so maybe this is like fudge.
Fudge.
Oh man. 15.
All right, 15. Yeah.
And post-it notes.
Kind of. When she says it looks like the spell is sustaining itself, you realize that if it keeps going, it could probably
Absorb the whole world.
no, not really.
That's where I live.
It probably wouldn't absorb the whole world, but
covered in tentacles.
you understand that like this is a gateway that is open up to sort of somewhere else, and
Like a world of Jeffries?
yeah, like but the longer it stays open, well, this doesn't sound like it's similar to, but it doesn't sound like Jeffrey's kind of.
These sound like mean Jeffries.
These sound like mean Jeffries.
Sure. Okay.
Alright.
Say your thing, then I have a backup plan.
All right. Well, here's some rope. I'm gonna tie one end around you. I'll hold the other end. You go through and see what we learn. If you're all about learning new things from opening up random portals in space.
Well,
that is the thing. Like, because normally, and you do get this from your Arcana check. Normally, this would be full of like grasping otherworldly entities, right? But the whispering has kind of gone away. Whatever was nearby is not in there. It is just a sort of a gate.
Oh, fuck it. So I really do. First thing I'm gonna do is throw a rock into it.
You throw a rock into it.
What happens to the rock?
You don't know because you can't see past the darkness.
Interesting twist
This
on
is
the old
like a-
throw.
I
Oh,
cast
no.
detect magic on it.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
magic.
there's
like,
Well, what school of magic is it?
accomplished.
Hitting it up in all the colors.
So,
transmutation is gates.
I'm sorry, everyone.
it is no, it is
I
both.
didn't think this would go so far ahead.
It is both transmutation and evocation.
Got my rope.
I know, no, that's great. Alright. Aleta, I'll throw one more counter bargain back at you on this question of helping me dispel this spell. Alright? One more counter framework, which is this. I won't cast any spells with the gem that I haven't tested before, and I'll only add new ones after we test them and experiment with them together or under the watchful eye of a knowledgeable, metaphorical grown-up to the child that I am in the scenario.
Unacceptable because of this.
Okay,
This
give me
is
the
not-
rope.
This is not a spell that you've cast, or this is a spell you've cast before, and it went.
No, I
horribly
meant
wrong.
cast
And
with the-
apparently, the other time you used this
Oh.
thing, you killed somebody.
I meant cast with the gem before.
I failed to see how there are any spells that this cast
Okay.
that you've been able to successfully
Okay, so
manifest.
two
No.
things on that question. One, I haven't cast the spell before. Two, I meant cast
You
with
just
the
cast it, so you're
Well,
saying
right.
you would have the right to cast it again.
No,
you
because
already
this
cast
didn't.
it.
This didn't work. Now you're nitpicking. You understand what I meant. spells that I used with the gem that worked before.
I have
That's
tied
not
the
what you
rope
said.
around
Okay,
his waist.
yeah.
Not at all what you
sure.
said.
I'm playing a really am a semantic kickball right now. I don't really need. I feel like we don't need that. We have like a bigger issue.
Alright,
What I mean more specifically is spells that I've successfully cast with a gem. Yes, that includes Eldritch Blast because it killed someone, but that wasn't my fault, and it's killed lots of other people on purpose and done other cool things that were good.
That would be a spell that didn't go off the way you wanted it to because it killed somebody.
But
So
no,
that would be in the
that was
realm of
because
spells
someone.
that did not go
That was
off
because.
appropriately,
I mean-
so you would not be able
I
to
mean,
use
Bags, back me up here.
I mean, not to argue with you, but I do think
But
it was
yeah.
intended to kill somebody. Just because it killed the wrong somebody doesn't
That's
mean
not
it didn't. Doesn't mean it didn't work
Doesn't mean
wrong.
it's a good argument for it. No, we were
You want to
using
use
it.
this spell
We were
to
using it
murder.
to blast
You
a
guys
lady
you guys
who.
had the murder and kill discussion
Yeah.
like 2 episodes ago.
And you already and we already explained to you that the spell worked and it was deflected by a wizard. Okay.
Alright, let me hold the gem and go in.
Oh,
You
buddy.
Can't, no, you can't get the gem in there.
No.
That is a risk.
Nope.
Just
It looks like
follow-
everyone's got a bridge they won't cross here. So
Gem.
I'm not sure. No, I'm not giving it
the
to you.
gem. You know I'd give this back to you. I have no desire to use it. We already tried it.
I
You already
understand
let
that,
me
but what if
use
I
it.
need it in there?
Well, you can't. What if you die and it falls into the hands of? Yeah.
What if it goes like outer space or whatever? Like, what's the worst? Okay, sure. Okay, that's not
The
okay,
end
yeah,
of
no,
the
sure.
world.
Yeah,
The end of the world is the
before
worst
I
that
even
happens.
finished the sentence,
That's where I live.
before I even finished the sentence, I understood what the worst case scenario is.
The woe that she was talking about earlier, that's the worst that happens.
Can't you help? Can't you help me with this? Like, doesn't it seem like my framework for approaching this is like pretty reasonable?
I'm not gonna get in between this. I'm not 100% certain, but from what I understand, this is how quarter elves are made. This kind of arguing.
Oh.
So I'm just not gonna insert myself into that conversation.
I need. You know how quarter elves are not made? Throwing me into an abyss of death.
Well, I thought you said.
Well, actually, that's not true. I could be
Are you
quartered.
admitting that this is not new knowledge then?
Well, I guess we don't know. Give me the rope.
Give me the gem.
Promise not to take it?
Of course.
No. Say, I promise to give it back. I'm not going to do anything
I
annoying
promise,
with it.
as long as you come back in your right frame of mind, which is the current frame of mind you're in right now,
Cool.
I will return it to you.
Case
And-
in point,
and-
he hasn't been quite the same
No.
since Jeffrey.
And, no, I have. Peren hasn't. Anyways.
And that
I
wasn't
also
Jeffrey.
want you to add
Oh.
that she won't do anything.
Jeffrey?
No, you're not going to do anything annoying with it, Bags. I trust you. Alright, sure. Let's go and let's do it.
Alright.
I'll put the gem
He
into a
hands
pouch.
over the gem, and then you step through.
Oh, well, before I do,
Yes.
I'm going to look at Aleta and be like, this is because of you.
No, this is your fault.
No,
This
you
is
could
all
have.
you.
You
This
could have
has
ended this.
your
You
bar magic
could
all
have
over it.
ended this.
I will push him through.
All right.
You could have ended this.
Inside, you are in a starless realm. It's weird. You are standing
Sounds weird.
on nothing, but you're standing. And as you look around, you're pretty sure you see like things moving, not in the darkness, but they are the darkness.
Yay.
You don't see the world that you came from. Like the rope just sort of extends backwards from you and then disappears.
Like in, like, a
sharply.
cartoon hole?
Yeah, and yeah.
Sure.
It's still taut though.
It is well.
The
It's
nighttime
as
is the
taut
right
as you let it be. You know.
Yes, I did not mean for it to go this far.
You hear
This is
you
what it
hear
said.
you hear something that sounds almost completely unlike chimes in the distance, but that's the closest thing you can think of. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a weird place you're in. Descriptions
Alright, I guess
are
I'll
loose.
approach the not chimes.
All right. You'll need to make either an intelligence or a charisma check to get through.
Oh, Chaz me, please.
Good luck.
That accounts for proficiency too.
Yeah.
2. Well, good thing it's counts for proficiency because I got an 11.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. You it's weird because you're walking, right? But it's more like you're using your sheer force of will to create the idea that you're walking. You know. So it's kind of
Gravity.
yeah. It's kind of like it's kind of like your will is sort of creating a bubble of something that you can relate to in this place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think of a few things.
Sure.
I'm going to think of a friendly
Lollipop.
horse,
All right.
fantasy cigarettes,
Okay.
A protective sphere,
Okay.
and darkness penetrating goggles.
All right. Make 4 charisma rolls.
All right. 15,
15 for the horse.
19,
For the
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
15,
15 for the spear.
10.
For the goggles. So, the space where a horse is not appears in front of you.
I don't climb on it. Like,
And then you can kind of like feel everything becomes a little bit sharper around you as this sort of sphere comes into being, and this is kind of glowing blue around you, and then it's blue for a moment and it shimmers into like rainbow-like colors, and then you get the goggles. Unfortunately, you can't see. Like, you put them on and you're like 100% certain in your brain that these should see through the darkness. Unfortunately, this is just darkness.
okay. And I get the cigarettes?
Yeah, you definitely get the
Oh,
cigarettes.
I light 2 of them
You light 2 of them.
and put them in my mouth.
As you light them, 3 little shapes
That's
that
right.
look...
One of them says no smoking.
No, 3 shapes are drawn to the flame. They're like the silhouettes of cuttlefish is the best I can think to
Sure.
describe them.
Hey.
But with long tendrils.
Um,
And as they kind of they orbit the flame, like, and you realize that they're 2-dimensional, like they're silhouettes. You can never see their full shape.
okay. Huh. What a little real situation I've gotten myself into. This is also supposed to be like a fun bit.
Yup, here we are now. You see, you also in the light of your spell, you do see a what looks like a path. You can
follow
move along.
it?
Yeah, you can move along
On my
without
horse?
trouble. On your space where a horse is not.
On my space where horse is not, which is gonna be named. I'll name it Learning.
Learning. So on the not horse of learning, you ride forward. Bags. You feel the rope like getting taut, but never completely. Also,
Okay.
you feel the rope pulling on you, but it seems to be stretching because you've gone more than 30 feet, or however long your rope is. 50 feet, but however long the rope is.
It's a
You,
long-
So my brain is sitting here like
uh-huh.
tweaking out because I don't understand what exactly is happening, and she's the thing about knowledge and learning, and it's that whole flaw about when most people would run away because this shit's terrifying. She's like, oh, cool, let's figure this out. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out what this is and how to stop it, or how to
Sure.
if I need to go in after him, or
You.
well, yeah, but you got into a philosophical debate, and that just threw all of everything else out the window. And now you're gone. So now she's sitting there thinking about the problem, and
She's
it's
like,
just
oh,
like
wait a
it's sitting
minute.
there, wait,
If
but
I had
this is
cast
magic.
dispel
and-
magic through the gem, it probably would have dispelled this.
Yeah.
But
Aleta, but if he dies, I'll give you the gem, by the way.
I want the gem. I just want him to not.
If you die,
Wait, what did you say you want?
you're not even here.
I said I don't want the gem. I just don't want you to fuck with it.
It's like the whole world.
only
if you die.
So what do you do? You have kind of learned everything you learn about it from studying it from this side, without like a major research operation or bringing some more tools back.
I'm torn. Very torn.
All right. Well, you are conflicted with internal tension.
Well, you're busy cosplaying Natalie and Briglia.
Oh.
Wow.
There are going to be no
Deep
quarter
cut.
elves.
The person who made the song "Torn" is not a deep
Yeah.
cut when you say
That's-
"torn."
She actually didn't write that.
I know
song.
she didn't. It was by a Danish lady, and then covered by an American grunge band, and then Natalie and Briglia covered it.
Truth.
At any rate,
Feel very torn over this discussion.
you come
Like
to
a
what
broken
appears
sky.
you come to an old shed is the best way. Yeah, you come to it like a wood shed, and it is the most solidly real thing you've come across in this place.
I kick it.
It sounds like wood. and it feels like wood when you kick it.
Must be a duck.
Must be a duck.
I think
It's a witch.
I think
You're
you should lick it.
You're not in the nowhere universe.
But if
with
I
me.
was there, I would be telling you to do that.
No.
Ravener, it is good that you didn't come with me on this idiot
I have
trip.
astral projected myself next to you.
Somewhere in his head.
I'm just hallucinating.
Alamar is like, if Raven was here, he would tell me to lick
Yeah,
it.
it's like after we've gone on so many dumb adventures, the two of us
I feel
into
like that's
Eldritch
very true.
Nightmare space, I just like have an imaginary Ravener with me, like lick
You should
it.
lick the door.
I'm not gonna do that.
You should lick the
All
door.
right.
I say to no one,
Like,
realizing I'm
it's-
slowly going
no.
insane.
As you
Raven-
say
Raven
that,
your spirit animal.
you hear someone say, "What aren't you going to do?"
I'm not gonna lick the door. Also, what?
You're welcome. I helped you.
Why would you have licked the door?
Voice in my head. Don't. I'm not. I wouldn't. It was. I was. Where can I see? Can I see who the source of this voice?
It's coming from inside the shed.
Oh god.
Maybe you should.
Is
open
it?
the
Are
door.
you? Is it cool if I open this door?
Yes. The
Don't-
door doesn't even exist.
Not surprised.
I made it to help you.
I open the door.
All right, you open the door. It's a nice little it's a nice little like imagine a one-room studio setup, right? Like there's a bed, a small stove, something that
I play ramen. Sure.
yeah, exactly.
There's a little Ravener.
Little Raver doll.
There is a humanoid figure in hooded robes, but more again, it's silhouette.
Sure.
More like a cutout, a three-dimensional cutout, but where there should be a person, there's just
I'm
like
gonna
stars.
go out on a limb and say that like this, what I'm seeing isn't a real thing. And
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
yeah.
sort of like a concept.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're cool. I'm
I don't
figuring
want to
this out.
break your brain.
Oh, good, great. Me neither, to be honest. I mean, like worse. It's been through a lot, to be honest, in the past like month.
It seems like it.
Yeah, no. Oh god, we started to get into it, but
Call me
wait.
Al if you like.
That's sort
I
of
know
like
you
my
people need
name.
names.
That's too much like my name. Can I call you something different?
You could call me by my full name.
Oh, let's. Probably I don't want to do that.
Oh,
I feel
It's a
like
good
I
name.
don't want to be rude, but I feel like you're the kind of name where like if I learn your full name, it will shatter my like small mortal mind.
that's a good point.
What if I call you?
You could call me. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Colin, go ahead.
I'm gonna call you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna call you
Go ahead.
Socrates.
No.
All right, that works for me.
Because he's a teacher. I hope. And
What?
maybe I'll have to poison him.
Maybe.
What
Joke,
do you
joke.
want?
Well, a
What?
couple of things.
Yeah.
One, I like this gate to nowhere
Hmm.
to not
Oh, it is a
exist.
gate to somewhere.
Okay, sure. Most of them are, I guess. I'd like this gate to question mark to stop existing on my plane of existence.
Sure.
I'd also like to go home.
That's easy.
So we can just get rid of this gate and I can go home?
Yes. You will need...
Because everything about the situation made it seem like that's not easy.
Oh, no, you just... The energy of this place is what's sustaining it.
So how do I make that go away?
Just cut off the connection
To what?
to this place.
But wait. This place's connection to this place is sustaining it.
Yes,
So to disconnect it from itself.
that's easy enough to do.
Do you see why, like, just like on like a cognitive linguistic level, that's a little bit confusing?
You know where the gate is, right?
Yes.
You're tied to it. Very smart. People have been lost here forever.
That, honestly, not my idea. But I'll tell Bags you said that was smart.
You're the reason you made it here and haven't been eaten by anything.
Is because
Glowing
of
around you
because
right
of
now.
the rope?
No, it's glowing around you right now.
Oh, my sweet shield that I invented with my mind.
If you come up with something that would cut off the gate from this place, the gate would collapse.
Okay. I imagine a
You will want to be back there before you do that.
in my world.
No. You'll want to do it from here, but you'll want to be by the gate. You won't have very long.
Okay. Cool.
Remember, I did you this favor.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask you for something later. Just remember.
I'm not gonna forget. This is like probably the craziest of the things that have happened to me recently. And it's like I said, it's been bonkers on my end for a minute.
You should always lick a door.
I I would advise against that.
Did you hear that too?
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's because I'm not there.
I'm not gonna lick the door.
In your not world.
You are thinking.
It's like
Makes sense, actually.
in a certain way it does. It's just
very
crazy
well.
that I could go on an adventure by myself in a different universe, and Ravener's still there to bother me.
That
But
just says
I
something-
appear in front of you and show you my not pants.
That's,
what is that even? I don't.
well,
I would like to
you
leave.
know what? Yes. Why don't you get out of here? Go. Oh God. Why?
I didn't even do that. We sort of that was a together thing
Yeah.
that we did.
All right.
I like tug on
So
the
we'll
rope.
cut back to reality. Aleta, have you come to any decisions?
Yeah,
Got another rope.
Do what?
Got another rope. I say.
I cast Augury again.
All right.
And I ask if I should go into the gate or if I should just attempt again to close it from here.
All right. So that's 2 questions.
Oh fuck.
Okay. Which one do you ask first? If you should go through the gate, is what you said.
Mhm, it is.
So for that one, wheel. For the second one, whoa.
Well, that's decisive.
Fine. Give me the rope. Doing this.
Oh no.
I'll tie her over at Aleta.
All
She
right.
was the smart one.
Maybe I should go through the gate. I've got a rope. I've got 2 ropes tied.
It's sort of like
Oh man.
all of
wanna
us.
go through the gate?
Well, all the 3 of us are the smart one, but also all the 3 of us are the dumb.
Nope. I am very happy
all right.
right where I am.
Isn't it often the
Aleta,
counterbalance?
you step through,
You guys
and
are wild cards.
much like Alamar, you are in a realm of void.
Do I think that it's the abyss?
No, it is not the abyss.
Damn.
That's super colorful and
Yeah.
full of things.
No. It's
Wow.
it's like my lifelong trying to. Anyway.
As you are kind of thinking about that, though,
Oh.
make an intelligence check.
Oh, good. You
So
summoned the entire abyss.
So
Good job.
at this
We're
point,
gonna make saving you a
Bags
lot
is
harder
standing
for me.
outside holding 2 ropes, just thinking to himself, "Man, I hope no one sees
A
me."
22.
Like, it would look really weird if someone sees me right now.
It would, wouldn't it?
Bags is a little image conscious sometimes.
It would be a little
but
weird.
22.
All right.
Can I hold the rope?
He's a celebrity.
So as you're kind of thinking about it,
Scheming.
a door appears in front of you, and you can feel warmth
Definitely didn't hear
radiating out from
Okay.
within.
The fuck?
Can I see any of this as I'm going back along the
What
road?
kind of
Not
door? What does
quite
this door
yet.
look like?
The door. It looks like your just whatever a generic door would look like to you.
Okay.
But you recognize the rune carved on the middle of it. It's a rune for the abyss.
I thought it was going to say push.
That's a thing. So this thing appeared because I've thought about the abyss.
Mhm.
So stands to reason, things you think about appear. I both think about how to get Homebro and I the fuck out of here and close the portal.
All right.
Because that's the thing.
As you're thinking about that, Alamar
Well,
comes
what you think
riding
about-
up on a not horse.
What would you think about wanting to know what exactly the hell this is?
Yeah.
That probably too.
All
The
right.
swirling cats of information.
All right. Make a couple of intelligence rolls, and as you're thinking about that,
Wah.
that's
That's
when
an 8. And that's a 9. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh, but I also want to think about what's happening
Wow.
in here.
Wow, really?
So give me one of those. Because I have to do this
Make
long horse
a,
ride.
Make a
Not horse.
a charisma ride a roll.
20.
All right. Yeah. So you kind of both are thinking about the same thing, and it stands to reason that like as you approach Alamar riding on your void not horse
Called learning.
called learning, riding on learning, you guys you're kind of letting your mind wander and kind of.
It's a lot all at once.
Yeah.
There's like 1,000 questions going on in my brain right now.
And there's a tome made of shadows that suddenly becomes very real, and it drops to the ground exactly between the 2 of you.
I get there first because I'm on a horse.
I obviously walk right up to it because book.
You guys reach it at the same time.
That's
But I
crazy,
don't
I'm
touch
on a
it, I
horse.
look at it.
Oh, I know.
No, you're not on a
But
I'm on a not horse.
He is
I'm
on a
writing-
not
I'm
horse.
writing a wing
On
of
the
learning.
cover, there are you can't. There are ever shifting words that you can't read the name of, but it does say by Alamar and Aleta.
You made a book.
That's
I-
almost a quarter
It's
off.
almost a quarter off. I was kind of right.
Can I like ex post facto spec the reality of things?
Nope.
Can I make another book?
Well, what was the thing you would want to?
I would
expose
want
back
to
into?
be like a book that explains what this is that I can take with me when I leave.
That. Well, like I say, this does seem incredibly real.
I kick it.
You know, you're on a horse.
I get my horse to kick it.
He's not on a horse.
I get my not horse to not kick
The
it.
not horse goes like nudges
Like,
it.
yeah,
So
tap
with
out
its
of
not
it
foot.
would be totally a reaction, not
Uh-huh.
even a thinking about
You
it.
just
I would
grab
just
it.
grab the
No,
book
you
and
grab
like,
the
oh god,
book.
no, why?
You grab the book.
no.
And then I
All
stand
right.
horror. I'm like, oh shit, I
Make
touched it.
maybe a charisma save.
Why,
Wait,
why did
what?
you
Yep.
do that?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Oh,
What is
beans.
Charisma.
That's a
Mostly.
good
I
question.
don't want to.
Oh,
Because
no,
the dungeon master in the
It's one of those
box
sorts of
That's an
personality
18?
things.
has asked
Cool.
you to.
Yeah, everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. You didn't even feel anything. You're
I didn't-
holding the book.
So I'm like,
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't hurt the book because I wanted to hurt the book. I hurt the book because I want to make sure it was a real object.
well, now that I've got it,
Yeah.
I'm
You
like, I
open it up.
inspect it.
It's the pages seem to be coalescing into reality. They're not real yet.
Okay. So here's what I think. Also, weird that you're here, but cool. I guess.
I couldn't let you have all the fun.
Oh yeah, this is super fun.
As you guys start
It's
like
learning. It's the unknown. It's
No,
mystery.
this isn't learning. This is learning, and I point to my not horse. And since you love learning so much, why don't you jump
more
on
of
this
those,
horse?
More of those silhouette cuttlefish kind of drift in and out. They're kind of more of them than there have been.
I light 3 cigarettes this time,
And
and
if
I
you
put
said-
2 of them in my mouth.
It's dark in here.
It is dark.
I cast light.
You cast light. All right.
No.
You can
Magic
see.
missile into the darkness.
You
Okay,
can.
Don't magic missile.
I feel like you've made an
Cleric.
8-bit D&D
You
joke
can
every
see the
episode.
area around you guys. Like there's a sphere of light that makes it easy to see each other.
Do the fish respond to it at all?
They are kind of drawn to its epicenter.
Fascinating. Do I think that they're going to hurt it?
They don't seem to be,
As a,
but they do. Like it's like watching moths.
Fascinating.
as a type thing, I still have my 3 cigs.
Mhm.
They're all lit.
Mm-hmm.
Put 2 in my mouth again because I'm stressed. And then I flick the 3rd one away.
Some of the fish follow it. Some of the shadow.
Noted.
They are drawn to the light,
They are drawn to the light.
and you are back at the gate.
And we're back at the gate. Did you get on my horse?
Do you hop on? Do you
I'm
hop
more
on?
like
Do you hop
looking
aboard
at these-
learning?
No, I'm looking at these little cuttlefish things and like mentally picking apart what's going on here and thinking about things and kind of I've forgotten that he's here at this
Do you,
point.
okay. Hi. It's me. The person who's saving everything because you just like have inflexible principles. Which is both admirable and frustrating. And mostly the second. But if you would like to get out of here soon, and I remember earlier you had a vested interest in me figuring out how stuff works so I can solve my own problem, jump on my not horse. His name is Learning, which would be great for you. And then
You're gonna ride learning right out of there.
we're gonna you and me and that book and Learning and my fantasy cigarettes and these cool goggles that don't do anything are gonna get up on out of here.
I guess that makes sense.
I'll put it
Hey,
in a
look
more
at this. Look at it this way. You know how you can get back here.
I do.
Yeah, just have them cast this spell through the gem.
yeah, I can open this door anytime. And
I
then,
like that.
no, shoot, no. Watch, I'm gonna prove to you that it's totally cool for me to cast a spell whenever. Okay, not whenever, but like
Sure, but give me a second. And then like I look over at the door
Mm-hmm.
and I start walking towards the door and I'm like,
Alright.
I just need to
okay.
I just
Well,
need
she's
to do
doing
it.
that.
do things.
I
over-
grab her rope and loop it around me
Mm-hmm.
so that there's like some anchor, so it's
Sure.
like double anchored.
Sure.
In fact, I don't loop it around me. I loop it around Learning, the strongest force in the galaxy.
I like that.
Or not.
And,
Dumb.
and that's really good. It's really good that you do that. So you get to the door.
What's dumb? Me and
and
everything I've
you
done
open
today?
the door.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well,
So
I rap on the door.
there's
and then
no-
I open the door.
yes.
Yo,
There's
what's
no
up?
answer
I'll rap
to
this
your
door.
rap,
Whoop.
but
The door.
when you
the
open the door, it's good that you have looped her rope around learning, because Bags, you'll need to make a strength check, and also you'll need to make a strength check for learning.
Okay.
Learning has a plus 7 on this roll.
Yeah, that's damn right he does. That's a good horse. 23.
Nice.
That's my
23.
Excellent.
Oh, you're
Oh.
strong. You're literally as strong as my magical mouth horse.
So
God,
here's
horse
what
are all
happens.
strong as
Aleta, you
bags.
open the door and you feel like pulled in, like a bitter, biting, cold wind sort of sweeps out from within it, trying to pull you in. But thanks to the ropes, neither of you are pulled in, and thanks to both of your efforts, Bags, you're not. You like are dragged a foot or so closer to the gate. But before you manage to like dig your heels in and keep yourself from being pulled.
As she gets pulled, the way that my horse saves the day is I get on like the back legs and do like a turn,
Uh-huh.
and it just kind of pulls that way. And
Uh,
it's very dramatic.
You do see the abyss though on the other side of that door.
Can I have Garbanzo help
Uh,
him pull the rope?
You can see.
Am I getting like an ominous feeling from this?
Oh yeah, you can see
You're
an abyssal
taking
fortress
that
in the
from-
distance, and there's
I
like
know,
a
why?
storm of green lighting out of the
Kidding, but I
bar.
Oh, we
should've
have?
done.
Oh,
All
then
right.
screw that.
Not ready for this.
I mean,
Got it.
Garbanzo's
Okay.
not
Not
there,
ready.
so he can help with the rope. I
This has
think.
answered so many life questions right now.
He's very strong.
Look, I wasted an afternoon. You guys are doing great.
What now, guys?
I want to show you that I can close the shit out of this
I'm
thing.
going to begin, now that I have felt a strong jerk on the rope, I'm
Uh-huh.
going to begin reeling it in.
Cool.
Can we go home?
Yeah, let's do that.
Jump on learning.
Okay. Fine. This is your rodeo.
Yeah.
Literally.
I pet my horse.
All right. Make one.
I'm like kind of proud of you for
Make
making
one
a joke.
last charisma check, and
God.
Aleta, make an intelligence check.
22.
All right.
19.
Cool. Excellent. Good.
No,
good
17.
Good
Right,
job,
right.
both of you guys.
So we get to the edge of the
You
thing.
get to the edge of the thing.
All right, then I'm like, Aleta, you should go out of the thing. And you probably want to watch this whole thing that I'm about to do. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be very cool.
Okay.
So in my mind's eye,
Mm-hmm.
I remember what Socrates, the apocryphal ghost friend of mine, said,
Mm-hmm.
and I imagined like the strings that connect the thing to itself,
Mm-hmm.
and I also imagine just like a huge sword,
Yeah.
just like an anime, like a
Just
like the sword from Berserk.
Sure.
And then I just like, what's that, like, just like slash,
Sure.
just like arc slash,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a
through
cool
all the
special
ropes.
move. You guys see this sword kind of like slicing out around the gate.
Oh yeah,
in
just
a
like throw
perfect
it and let it like
circumference.
go in the cool.
The gate starts to collapse. You guys are both able to get through it. Bags, you for a moment see this strange shape that that looks nothing like a horse at all. And both Alamar and Aleta are on it, and the shape immediately dissolves into black mist.
Oh,
You
been
guys
learning
kind
with
of
me.
collapse on the ground outside of where it was, and the region of space disappears behind you. You have the book still, but
take to keep the cigarettes.
no,
But I have my regular
you
cigarettes.
have your regular fantasy
I will
cigarettes.
light a regular fantasy cigarette.
I immediately pull out my adventure journal, for lack of a better word,
Uh-huh.
and start scrolling in my personal
Cool.
clerical language everything that just happened.
Bags,
So-
bags. You missed a pretty good one.
So, everybody learn something?
I learned that I can cast a spell whenever I want now because I can close that thing
Are we
easy.
all good?
Well, actually, let's resolve something really quickly. Do you not? Hey, can you stop writing for like a second?
I'm like, I'm in it.
I don't want. Can you just for like it's
Did you bring anything back?
this cool book. She's not gonna.
Probably not full of ancient knowledge that's going to destroy us all.
I mean, we kind of invented with our minds. How much knowledge can it really have?
Wait, it didn't dissolve?
No, we have the book. Okay, Aleta, look. I think we both learned something. I learned that I need to be more careful, and you at least should have learned that I'm pretty good at figuring this stuff out as I go. And that
glad you learned
maybe that
something.
the best way to learn for me is just to let me kind of just like freestyle. And I know that's like not your way of doing things, and I respect that, but everyone can't learn the same way. Just like my horse was not a horse, but it also was a horse, and his name was Learning, and it's a good metaphor for the situation. No, I don't. Just let it be a good metaphor.
I'm not there.
I know, but I have to
He's
look across
there,
the
oh
this
God.
conversation, so like your face is editorialized.
That's fair.
Well, I think we've all grown, guys.
Well, wait, I want to get Aleta's response on this one. No, wait, no, don't derail this. I'm trying to do the end of a sitcom episode. Let's finish this.
I was looking to see if I'd grown or changed.
You are the
somewhere.
same size. It's like an interior growth sort of thing.
Which you might all have from space radiation.
Space waiting. What?
Don't worry about that. But do you get the thing that I said? The long, heartfelt speech about learning? Can you give me a little more on this one? Just like a little. Just like,
I see what you mean. I
That's-
still don't like it.
okay, but like, can you live with it?
Well, I'm alive, so yes.
Oh my god.
We are all alive.
Bags, can you help me articulate what I'm trying? Can you help me get like a concrete anything out of this lady before I go utterly insane? It's crazy that I've encountered an eldritch god and the end of nothing, and the most frustrating thing I've run into is this cleric.
I still think that we
Not really
all
well socialized.
learned a
I'm so
lot
sorry.
and grew a lot as people. Though I am a little worried about you. You seem very rational. I think it'll probably take me at least a day, possibly 30 hours to convince myself that you are not changed by it. So I better just hold on to the gem for at least a
I would
day
say
or
that that's a
30
very safe
hours.
reason.
I'm fine.
We just need to make sure about this. So I'm saying
I'm gonna
like,
tell you two things that happen in there that'll convince you that it's defo me.
okay, yeah.
One, the first thing I summoned, cigarettes.
Mhm.
Two, the other thing I did a super cool sword throw maneuver to cut all the strands and hold that reality together.
Yeah, the cigarettes were first
No.
when you went
Sorry,
in.
no, I invented not a horse and named it Learning. Pretty also fine.
I'm just thinking, it's going to take me about 24 hours to convince myself that you're...
I need that for tomorrow, which we're
It's
doing
not
it.
tomorrow, it's the day after tomorrow.
I
It's fine.
think he said it was. I think that the calendar said it was tomorrow. Calendar.
It was the day before the fight.
Well, I think by the morning I'll convince myself that,
Would you want to like do us grift again? Do we do this whole thing where I grift someone just to prove to you that I'm regular me grifting people?
No.
I think that there is nothing to be lost by a little bit of caution in this instance.
I
Caution is
saved
apparently
you!
a thing that has been lacking in this situation.
I'm the hero of the episode. What is
Aleta.
happening?
You solved your own problem. I would not say that that is a heroic action.
You learned so many cool things because of my problem.
does not make you a hero.
Hang on, Aleta. Not to sound unreasonable, but I do believe that not 20 minutes ago you threw yourself into an empty void hole ripped in space in
Wait, you
pursuit of
just
knowledge.
did that?
I'm not saying that I need to be the one to carry the
Something
gem
went
either.
wrong.
Your reasoning is sound. There could very well be something wrong with us. We have encountered an unknown quantity. There
Exactly.
could very well be any kind of infernal magic involved in it.
And-
It only
and-
makes sense to have some caution
and
in
you
the
know what?
situation.
If you are normal, maybe not having the gem for 24 hours will teach you some sort of lesson about caution and not just blowing
learned
up,
the
just
lesson!
blowing
I
up
agree with
people's
you.
fields.
I learned the lesson. I went into the
and
space
Bags will
dungeon.
start walking back towards town.
All right.
I shoot a regular.
I start walking back with you and imparting what we discovered. While still clutching the
falls
book
off
very
of
close to
the
me.
tree.
Yeah, I gotta let them both walk away, and I
Yeah.
stand there fuming. Then I blow a branch off a tree, and then like go with them. And very annoyed. You'd think it was. See, I want you to understand this. It's not just me splitting how annoyed I was with Aleta and putting some of it on Bags. It's brand new annoyed at Bags, and this stays the same also. We're running at double tens.
And I will return the gem 24 hours later when I am convinced myself that he is normal
All right.
and possibly learned a lesson.
I don't know what's more normal than me being really annoyed at both of you.
Here's the thing. The next morning,
Doesn't exist.
it does.
Oh,
Everything
good.
exists. Everything's fine. The
Wait, are we
next
there
morning,
now?
you guys all assemble for the fight. Bags, you are.
Did they regale us as to what happened?
I leave that up to them. We'll get back to that later.
I mean, no, I have to because Ravener
Yeah.
showed up and I yelled at Peren while I was in there, so like it's
absolutely
sort of
tell
have
them.
to.
And the next morning, you're all sitting around getting ready, and then fire is everywhere because we're back in the present day.
Yes.
And I have the jab.
I attracted him.
Yeah.
That really got out of hand by that.
That was a weird bit.
So here's
That was gonna be a fun joke.
so here's what happens. I need each of you to make a perception check.
Is that all right?
You as well, yeah.
19.
19.
14, 10.
Cool. And just you got a 19?
17.
17. And
I have 19.
you have a 19. All right.
I have a 15.
You guys are you guys are both aware of the assassins that have moved through the crowd.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I wasn't planning on going with them to that whole. That wasn't a paper
Don't worry
I was
about
in
that.
on.
Don't worry. You're
I would not have wanted anything
You're not
to do
with
that.
them, but you're also not getting out of this one. 'Cause it's
Weird, why?
everywhere in the city. We'll explain more in just a minute as we
I don't like that at all.
as we jump back
Gonna need a lot of dice.
just a scant hour. It is fight time.
Oh!
The crowds have assembled. You've got your gem. You've got the fake chest on a Tenzor's floating disc. You
Yeah, and
are
I'm hanging out with the princess.
you are
How is
hanging
that
out
not
with.
just visible to everyone?
No, you've got the real chest on the tent. This point.
Yes, that's true.
Hidden somewhere. The fake chest has been replaced.
Right.
Right.
Plan is very.
You've been hanging out with Princess Velia.
Hey.
You're in a very swanky outfit that has been provided for you.
Oh, can I keep it?
You can. You have a suit of noble clothing.
Not motley. Not. If you stay entertained.
I wear this and nothing else from now on.
You wear that and
What about
nothing else.
underpants?
I mean, maybe. I
At
don't know.
any rate,
always wear
This
life.
is my new standard wear.
At any rate, you have pulled all the strings to make sure that Alamar can get up near the chest. That's how you guys made the swap. Making the swap was really incredibly easy because Peren was there and distracted everyone with his antics.
Look at me!
While he was talking, you guys swapped the chest. Across town, Aleta, I assume you're in the Temple of Knowledge, kind of researching things,
Sounds
right?
legit.
Probably trying to decipher what exactly was
This new
happening.
book.
That's when you feel the first sort of cautionary sign that something weird is going on. There is a slight rumbling, but no one else seems to have noticed it. Back across town, Ravener, you are working security, yes? Perfect.
On it.
You have what was your perception check again?
15.
15. You have spotted the crow's like plainclothes security guard that they're keeping in the crowd. That's kind of one of the things that you've been trying to keep track of is what exactly is going on. Bags.
Yes.
You are facing down your first opponent of the evening.
I'm gonna bury you!
And the crowd is kind of cheering. The the crowd is kind of cheering, and you can tell that they're sort of picking up on your idea of the gimmick.
Yeah.
And but they haven't really grasped like the style of Peren. Instead, you are facing a guy who's wearing lots of like leather, and it's hastily been kind of stitched to look snake-like, and he's like, "I'm Snake Man! I'm gonna slither you!" And the crowd like just boos and jeers at him. How do you dispatch it?
doesn't even make sense.
What's your move that you take him out with?
At you?
So,
beans.
So I'll just go at him, and then eventually, as we're like fighting a little bit, I'm gonna swoop my shovel underneath his legs and knock him down, and then.
The best way to bury a snake is to cut off the head.
And I'm just gonna.
Wait,
Max!
is this to the death?
It's not to the death.
I'm just
He's
gonna
not like
I'm
Everything's a little to the
I'm just-
everything's a little, yeah. He doesn't kill him. He
Is
just
it not
makes
to
it
the
look-
death?
It's not to the
All right,
death.
then I'll just smash him in the face with my boot
Yeah.
and knock him out.
Okay.
You face two more opponents. You face the Axe brothers simultaneously, and they're kind of excited to see you.
Hey, I've got some questions to ask you all.
Overdone.
You said ask.
Yeah.
Axe.
No, ask them.
No, that's ours!
Yeah, I'm not gonna steal their
they
bit.
shout at no one as they say, well, we're here to ask you what your fighting style is all about.
Oh.
And they form their battle formation, which is one of them standing on top of the other.
Right. So they're
Uh,
like up to my chin.
Up to your chin, yes.
At this point.
I assume you just sort of picked them up and slammed them.
Yes.
Fall away.
Peren.
Yeah.
You notice that someone is kind of lurking around the edges of the box where all of the nobles are hanging out, and you notice that they keep like looking at the princess.
Describe them in fuck, I messed that bit up. Excruciating detail.
They are aggressively plainly dressed. They are wearing
normal for
Just so
Beige
normal.
is sharp.
Yeah, a beige pants that have that have signs of wear. A normal looking shirt that just kind of goes down to their sleeves.
You like the sort of thing where you can tell that they like tried to get bedhead.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Ooh,
they've put
that
so
is,
much work into looking
gauche
completely
is what
normal.
that is.
Which is why you spot it, because you can recognize how much
You are
effort
trying
has
too
gone into
hard,
that.
friend.
It's a man, probably very androgynous, but,
Okay.
but you think masculine.
Sure.
And they're just sort of like,
Do I get a sense of what they're like? Do I get a sense of malice from them? Definitely. Okay. And I don't recognize them or anything weird like that.
No.
Just okay. That's fine. I'll probably just let the princess know. And,
All right.
have her signal her guards. Just sort of give her like a hey.
she
who's
does.
This?
And
Who's this guy? Maybe.
you see the guards kind of approaching this guy, and then like kind of tries to disappear into the crowd, and you can watch this like Benny Hill-esque
Right.
chase through the crowd, because he's not like leaving, but he is kind of trying not to get caught, and he's very casually just like doing the whole aha, I'm a spy.
Right, but poorly.
But the guards are
say
having
aha,
been pointed
that's
out
what
are
they
kind
do.
of kind of
Right.
following him. And that's when you realize that if her guards are chasing them, they're not guarding her.
Balls.
And that's when you realize that she hasn't said anything in the last couple of seconds. And that's when you realize that she's not there.
Wait, but aren't I there also?
You are there also. What did you get on your perception check?
14.
14. Excellent.
That's a great number.
That is a great number. You don't see when it happens, but you do see that she is gone. You notice it about the same time as Peren. They were very stealthy. And sort of
Yeah, bamboozled.
yeah.
Yeah.
But with your 14, you do spot them kind of like a group of 3 people kind of dragging a third person or a fourth person through the crowd with them. And you're pretty sure, oh hey, that's probably the princess.
Okay.
I guess
How
I'll-
far away are they?
They're about, by now, 100 feet or so.
Okay.
I can't sleep on them. Princess falls asleep.
All right.
They're like,
Yeah.
hey!
No, that make it way easier.
I mean,
Damn
what we
it.
could do.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying. I could put a laser through one of their skulls.
We are still in the middle of the crowd.
Aleta, you
So?
guys continue your discussion. Make an Arcana check.
What, I have to shoot it good? All I do is shoot
Do I get
it.
advantage
Yeah.
on it?
You
Fuck
do.
it. Well, because we don't want to start a scene
They're
yet.
kidnapping the princess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't care that much.
Hold on.
Oh wait,
16.
I don't care if they kill the princess at all.
16.
I mean, man, I don't know what you care
There
about.
is something going on.
Stealing the crow's gold.
Like you notice a couple of the acolytes that are kind of wandering around and talking in worried tones.
What are they saying?
You
know,
catch
that's more gold than
little
the crows.
wisps of their conversation and something like
Oh. I don't think
geomantic
that's true. If that were true, the
phenomena.
princess would be able to combat the crows control the city.
Obviously, I go to see if I can figure out what's going on.
All right.
Because-
she knows.
Weird, crazy, magic-y stuff is happening. Awesome.
They tell you that there's some weird kind of they're not really sure. They just something is messing with divination magic or something like that, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And the nearest that their elder can figure out is that there's some kind of geomantic disturbance happening around the city. And you'll recall that something is designed to funnel energy into the city.
Sounds dangerous and disturbing. And, like, rational people should not want to be there. Let's go check it out.
Meanwhile,
I'm gonna Rainbow Six one of those dudes.
all right.
How could I?
Do you
Just gonna
do
360
you
no
do it
scope.
as Alamar or as either of your alter egos?
Well, I'll prepare the mask
Uh-huh.
and I'll make a declaration contingent on how well it goes.
All right. Make an attack roll.
I'm probably trying to sneak after them.
All right.
Yeah.
Make a stealth roll.
Oh, in fact, before I do that, I'll turn to Peren and say, "You go after them. All 360 no scope their brains out."
I don't know what that means in this context.
Sorry, redo. You sneak after them, and I'll shoot them in the face with lasers.
I don't think I have enough time to argue, but please
Great,
don't
cool,
do that.
perfect.
Bungles
love
is here.
time.
He's gonna have a dead princess.
21.
21.
I got
so
a
you hit them no problem, or you hit one of them no problem.
Right through the dome.
Right through. Well, right through the dome. Yes, is a good way to describe it.
Put a hole in the cranium. Don't get me wrong. Turn your dome into a stadium.
Down they go. What do you do after that?
I put on the for this I put on the Crimson Rose.
Uh-huh. All right.
mask.
Are you sure?
And you.
I'm not. I mean, I'm
Yep,
not.
It's too late. You've said it.
I think Crimson Rose would do something else. Crimson
Yeah.
Rose would be if I failed.
You have become the Crimson Rose. You are a dashing swashbuckler woman with a crimson red mask.
Wait, my whole shit
Your
changes.
whole- yeah.
Oh, fuck yes!
Yeah.
Well, that was
you-
unexpected.
Yeah, if you'll recall, when you were fighting the person who had stolen the mask before, like they looked exactly like the Crimson Rose of Legend, and now you look exactly
it's
like
a
the Crimson
disguise
Rose
self.
of Legend.
Well, it's hard to tell what happened to them after because I blew them apart before I took the mask, so I didn't know that.
Anyway, yeah.
So then I. Well, now it's confusing. Anyway, whatever. I jump down to where they are.
Uh-huh.
And I guess. I mean, I don't want to swashbuckle them. I'm so good at distance
do you chase
killing.
after them? Because the
Okay.
people are running now.
They were like, do they steal the princess?
They still have the princess.
Really?
Yeah,
Dedicated goons.
they are dedicated to this.
Maybe we should blast them.
I mean, yeah, I'll just keep blasting.
Perrin, you.
Yeah,
as
I'm-
well
I'm
make
doing my
another
best
attack
to-
roll.
uh,
And at this point, the crowd is screaming.
25.
Bags, you are on your fourth
Thanks,
opponent.
God.
All right.
Uh,
I
What
mean,
is he
we've had
like?
worse plans.
this is the weight, and he's kind of like carrying around. He's fighting with a couple of like iron kettles.
All right.
And tells about how the wait is over. Except he
Okay.
realizes.
Oh, that's like a cool wrestling joke too, because like over, like a performer's over. Yeah, cool.
So I'm gonna be, because he's all heavy and swinging these giant weights.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be dancing around him the entire time, and it looks like I'm missing with most of my strikes. And then at the climax, I'm just gonna kind of like tap him on the chest, and he's gonna fall back into the pit I've dug behind him. He just crashes in with his weights on top of him.
Perfect.
Rest and sleep.
That's when the crowd starts chanting, "Bury him!" At least those who haven't erupted into screams. It's kind of slowly spreading out through the crowd.
Well, I got a 25.
All right, you hit another one, but this guy has kind of like stopped and turned around to try and fight you.
Wait, with the gem blast?
You
Well, there was
right.
3 of them.
There are 3 of them. There were 3 of them. Now there's only 1 of them with the princess.
And then he stops to try and fight me?
Yeah.
I'm like 100 feet away.
Yeah.
I'll blast him too. He's
Yeah.
far away. So
And
he's fine.
Peren, you kind of arrive as well.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to catch up to the one with the princess.
You get there about the same time Alamar eliminates the last one.
Okay.
So there's one left
There's 1 left,
with the princess, and
Uh-huh.
he's there.
and he is there.
Okay.
Okay.
I am probably going to...
She's gonna find out you're a
Suggestion.
pacifist. Wimp.
Yes.
Suggestion on the guy.
All right. What's your suggestion? Because it succeeds.
Oh, great.
Oh boy. Oof.
Then
Uh,
let's...
5, man.
Okay. No, great. Release your captive and answer every question I ask you truthfully.
All right.
And don't go anywhere.
The princess is freed as you take out the other guy.
I'm gonna roll a quick perception
Sure.
to see if I can understand what Peren is did, or if I don't know.
I mean, I'll
I'm
probably
still-
even, like...
Alright. Then yeah. I mean, I was gonna give myself that. That seems
Raven.
silly. I'll just notice that you're doing that.
Right.
You spot the gang that hasn't quite decided on a name yet.
Yes.
Making off.
Silverfish.
Yeah, Silverleaf.
Silverleaf.
Making
Silverfish
off with
is the name of the
making
guy,
off with
isn't it?
the
The
chest
clan.
that they're supposed to, because by now the riots have broken out in full. At least around where the fighting has happened.
So I'm supposed to be leading them into
Right?
the vaults.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Something.
So they grab the chest, and you guys go off.
Do I know where they are?
You know where they're heading. You know where they're supposed to be.
Okay.
You don't know. You can't. From where you are, you can't quite see them. Yes.
When the guy goes down into the pit, I'm just gonna look at him and be like, "Looks like someone is trapped under the weight of his failure."
Sure,
that
okay.
kind of gets more of the crowd to stop fighting and pay attention.
It's like,
some of
alright,
them
that was
groan,
pretty good, but also-
some of them laugh. You guys grab the chest and make your
Okay.
way to the vaults. Along the way, you spot what looks like another one of those assassins in the crowd, because your 7th match is interrupted.
All right.
It is joined by none other than the bear,
Oh.
who leaps into the arena,
He's our friend, right?
saying,
They don't know what I'm here for, right?
This challenger, this champion is not worthy of fighting the gravedigger. Only the bear can fight. You people came for a show.
You did.
Look at how easy and it is to defeat this one. And with like a swing of his pick, he knocks down the suit of armor, who is just like the most uninspiring of them all.
That's his
just a
gimmick.
I
guy-
wear armor.
It's just a guy in armor.
But
Yeah.
it's like a suit, like a heavy, like a
Yes,
metal
suit,
jacket,
yeah,
like a metal tie, and a
absolutely.
chain shirt.
He just like
You're
he's not
supposed to like break dance.
So sweet.
I
Okay.
don't want
Is it that, or is it just like a suit of plate that's got like a little tuxedo like painted on the front of
Yes.
it?
Both are
Like
good.
the T-shirt.
That's
that's
better.
painted on it.
That's better if he's supposed to be a dweeb.
Yes.
So I think we should go with that.
Yes, it's painted on his plate.
Yes.
And you hear, that's when you see the assassins kind of firing at him, but not hitting him.
At the
Bear.
There.
Yeah.
What is
What are you doing here?
on here?
I came to fight you.
I thought you were like on the run.
Well, yeah, but I couldn't pass up a championship fight like this. You're the most honorable opponent I've faced.
That's true, but this assassin's trying to shoot you.
Well,
Okay.
do you think that... What should we do? Postpone the fight?
Yeah.
Again.
Or we could kill
Rouse
those
the audience.
assassins together.
I like this plan even better. Ha! I knew there was a reason I
And
said
I'll turn to the stands. Once again, you try to betray us. Once again, you send people to interfere in this fight.
What?
crowd's like, I'm confused.
I'm not following this narrative.
And like
We need a video
you see the
package.
bear catch an arrow in the air.
Look!
Boo!
Will you deny me the fight I deserve?
Yeah.
Port my shovel at the
You notice
the
like
commission stand.
you notice like where the commission. You notice over in the where the take chest
Yeah.
is. A number of officials
Mhm.
are kind of clustering around it and making ready to take off.
I think it's time.
I think so.
All right, I cast Shatter on the chest.
And that's when a gout of flame erupts.
Why didn't anyone tell me what we were doing?
Boom.
It was
There
never,
is
never
a-
openly said, but like I had a thought.
There is a massive thump as
That's
this
gonna
wave of
grab
force rolls out from the explosion and fire roars into the air, easily 60 feet high.
I'm a safe distance. From
Oh, yeah,
it.
you guys-
I was really close to it, like very
You guys
recently.
have run far enough away from it. You can feel the heat of it, but you are not caught in it.
I am a lady rogue now.
The
That's what I
people
say.
are running now. It is all out panic. The assassins are kind of making their way through the crowd to try and fight you guys. You have reached the vaults and
What?
they're on their way to the vaults.
You want me to get to the vault?
I know, but I want to also go there.
This is your. I was gonna say, once you rescue the princess, what do you say? Because this is what's happening. She looks up at you, kind of like awestruck.
I'm the Crimson Rose, though,
Yes.
right? And I say,
I didn't think you were real.
so real, it's crazy. I say, Princess, your people are in danger from these madmen and thieves and criminals of all kinds, and you,
No, not us.
not us, but the rest of, like,
Yes. What?
and so what you need to do, and what all of you need to do, and I point to the people around, is not be scared, and instead show these bad crime doers that the people of Highever are strong and great and brave, and that you won't stand for it anymore, so break some knees and snap some necks. And then I kind of jump away, and then I take off the mask and run to the vaults.
Make a persuasion check, and I'll give you advantage for that.
Nice.
Can prestidigitation amplify a voice?
Absolutely.
All right, I do that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I quickly high five.
Actually, yeah, it may not be prestidigitation.
I think thaumaturgy is what does that.
Either way,
Okay.
Prestidigitation is
Good thing
now normally about.
I
It might be,
have
but
a lot of
Check it
points.
Yeah.
15. Or
Perfect.
no, 16 with.
you
all the
you
bonuses.
like the people that have heard you kind of like knuckle up and straighten their shirts and grab whatever they can. They break arms off of chairs. They break the backs off of the chairs that have been set up. Some of them realize that they're people that live in medieval times and just have swords.
like, oh yeah, wait.
Hey!
I mean, I get confused about that too. So.
It's like Texas after
know.
September 1st. Everybody can carry a sword.
And they start brawling with the operatives who are very obviously with the crows. Things are kind of going well-ish.
We got the numbers, and also I'm leaving.
Then you make it to the vaults.
Says, "Whoop,
You
gotta
make it to
go."
the vaults as Silverleaf is entering the last of the arcane instructions he's been given. Aleta,
What
you have been following along with one of the more powerful acolytes or the higher level acolytes have been following the sources of this disturbance, and it's kind of led you down into the Undercity where you were before, if you'll recall that those ruins, and it takes you again. You're confused at first because you arrive near the Drunken Ogre, which is a very rowdy and disreputable inn in the underworld, and you realize you'll need to go deeper than that. So on the trail of the disturbance, you'll arrive and find some familiar faces as you guys open the door to the vault. But there's an even more familiar face inside the vault. There's gold everywhere and
My
jewels,
favorite face.
and sitting in the middle of it all is none other than Bungles, who looks up and says, I can explain. Before you shoot me, I told them that Bungles is my name, and that's the only name I have, and they said that Bungles was a dumb name, and I agreed with them. And I said, but that's the only name I've got. And they said, well, we can't call you Bungles because it's magical security. And I said, okay, well, that's on you. I'm Bungles. That's me. That's my name. And then they came up with a dumb name. Which, I mean, to be fair, it is a pretty dumb name. I wouldn't call myself that even if I wanted to be a different name. Which I don't, because I'm Bungles.
Bungles? Quiet.
I'm gonna check insight on that one.
I'm gonna look at...
Okay.
Yeah, good call.
1 second.
Am I still walking? Am I
11.
actually gonna walk in? On
You are
here?
kind of arriving on this scene.
Imagine I've like got a book open, I'm
Yeah.
walking down the
Should roll that
tunnels,
again.
I'm like
what did you
looking at
get?
all this shit, and
11.
I'm like, oh
11.
wait.
You are like she is telling the truth.
Okay, so
Damn
I
it,
look
she's
at,
telling
I look
the
at Ravener
truth.
and I say,
I'm
this
totally...
is this is very much like a loophole situation. Letter of the law, I think she's wrong. And
Oh,
we
letter
should-
of the law, she's dead.
And we should, as we said before, revoke her right to having skin.
Sure.
But spirit of the law, it does seem like she's trying her best.
And I
Did somebody say
feel
law?
like Alamar is much more a spirit.
I'm more spirit of the
than
law.
letter of the law.
Yeah. You know what? So,
I'm neutral, so
all right, Bungles.
Yeah?
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
If you get this one wrong,
Okay.
oh boy, are you gonna die.
oh,
Sure.
hold on.
What's the follow-up
We're here
question?
for business.
Oh boy, it's the hat again.
Follow-up question. What you gonna do down here with all this gold?
Well, so, I came here because...
Nice.
I came here because I've been running a scam on the crows to try and steal their gold. So
Didn't
I,
we say
so-
no more scans?
So,
but that's why I'm here. But what I'm going to do
good.
is help you guys put all of this in the bags that you guys have probably brought. I don't know. I don't see any. And then I assume you've got some kind of plan for getting all of this out of here.
Someone does.
I'm gonna help
that.
you do that and not even take any of it for myself.
Bungles?
I'm saying no.
Wait, what? Whoa!
no.
I was fine with that. What's your issue with Bungles right now? That was the correct answer.
Nope. I think if she helps us, it's only gonna get bungled.
Okay, Bungles, that's the right answer, but not what you're gonna do.
Okay.
What you're gonna do is just
Have
sort of like
skin. I'm gonna have
yeah,
skin.
you'll be fine. We're not gonna hurt
Okay,
you
good.
unless
Sure.
you do
Great.
something bad. Just like hang out.
Okay.
Just like don't do.
Don't bungle it up.
Just don't do anything.
I'll do my
Stand
best,
over
but my name's Bungles. So
God, I'm really glad you're really living it. That's good.
I make as much of a promise as that's good for.
Just like
also,
hang-
hi, there's a new friend.
Well, friend.
And they start loading up the gold, and you realize everyone make an investigation check as you search the room for
I'm
treasure.
not there.
You're there. I assume, unless you don't want to be.
Is he with the princess?
Why?
Oh yeah, you're with the princess.
Yeah, I don't know why I would be
22.
like, hey, let's go to your vaults.
What you got?
I got a 9 plus.
You're
13.
distracted by
That's
wealth.
22.
You find a secret door at the back of the room.
Hey,
17
My
as I
thing.
peer into the room as I'm walking
found
down the
a door.
tunnel.
There's a lot of treasure
Find a
here.
Goddamn secret door, and
These
it's
are
never not super
there's
fun.
gold and gems and things that are clearly valuable, like art objects, etc.
Okay,
Bags.
weird.
Yes.
Back to you.
Yes. So I'll, as the crowd gets all riled up and starts fighting, I'm going to, because I am a folk hero, a hero of the people,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to rally them with chants of bury the crows.
Like it.
And
I
me
like it.
and they have betrayed you once more, people. They're tyranny must end. You heard the Crimson Rose. And me and the bear are going to start gathering up the mob into an efficient force and hunting down the crows.
Bury the crows.
And specifically
Bury
start
the
moving.
crows.
As soon as we clear them out of here, we're going to start moving towards the drunken ogre to put an end to their headquarters.
Excellent. Cool.
What are you doing with the princess?
She's
Yeah,
good,
what
she's
are you doing
alive.
with the princess?
Yes.
She is eternally
She
grateful.
She is. She's very grateful. She's like, I can't believe the Crimson Rose saved me like that. Did you see? The Crimson Rose saved me.
Yeah.
Also, you're there. That must be great for you. You're a legendary chronicler.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
living legend.
I'm writing this one down, definitely. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
and who's her secret admirer?
Oh, yes. Oh, we've got to get out of here.
Right, yeah, he left.
Oh, okay. Well, we've got to get out of here.
Yeah, that's fine.
You look crestfallen. Why are you sad?
That's fine.
Because
Okay.
he dropped his Adventurers Guild crest earlier.
He's crestfallen. Oh,
Yes.
it makes sense.
Right.
Um,
No, I'll I'll let her decide where the probably best, like back to her house, I guess, is probably like the safest place to be.
yes.
Right?
Back to the palace.
Oh
You
yeah,
should be
yeah,
safe there.
Yeah, let's do that.
She looks around and you don't see her guard anywhere.
The one that was chasing.
The one that was chasing-
Super plainclothes.
Yeah, yeah,
He's probably fine.
yeah. She says, okay, well, let's go.
Yeah.
Will
no,
you
I
come
think.
with me?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, let's go.
And you guys,
Let's practice our stealth.
you got make a stealth check.
Let's practice our stealth is the most adorable escape line imaginable.
15.
All right. She kind of follows your lead, and you guys sneak
Okay.
your way through the city, which is good because the fighting quickly spreads.
Mhm.
The fighting, like as you guys are going through, like the crows are running. They're fleeing through the streets, but also like people are kind of getting swept up by panic. There's this weird sort of the people that you've marshaled aren't panicking, but like there's this almost supernatural terror at play here.
Do I notice
I
this?
do.
You do notice that.
Well, that's odd. It's probably the crows trying to do some sort of magic to stop us. We better get down there and burn their headquarters down quickly.
It's a sign.
And you lead your armies
Right.
of fine upstanding citizens down to the drunken ogre. Back in the vaults.
You
Raiders.
told me about the door, right?
It
Sure.
is
Hey, there's a door.
massive secret door. It is incredibly well hidden.
How
It is,
you did not see this massive secret
Yeah, it's
door?
like-
Sorry,
I don't know.
Sorry, I was looking at all the great shit we're stealing.
But you
I-
always should look for what is else there.
Oh, that's why you and I do these things together.
This
Did you
is
say
Magic?
secret door?
secret door.
I
Oh
think you're
my
very
God,
interested.
secret-
I mean,
door,
technically
fascinating.
speaking, I've now told you about it. It's not really much of a secret, but you know.
No, it's just a door.
Silverleaf,
It's kinda-
in fact, says "Sacre bleu."
Interesting. What does that mean?
What does that mean? I don't speak that
So-
language.
It means
Holy cheese!
that.
Look at that. There is a door there. Massive. If they've hidden something in this vault, it must be more valuable than even this treasure.
I mean, why else would
We
you
are
put a
still going
vault
to
in a
steal
vault?
all of this, but we've got to get through the door.
I cast detect magic on the door.
Oh, it's magical.
Well, okay.
Super magic. What kind of magic is it?
It is abjuration.
Okay.
All right, Leaf
What does that
Daddy.
mean? 'Cause,
That's
you
what
know,
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
call
ranger.
you right now. So really, because I feel like we're good enough friends. I have a nickname for you.
Mais oui.
So Leaf Daddy, here's what we're gonna do. You guys keep bagging up, just keep bagging and tagging all this good loot,
They are dumping it into this magic chest that never seems to fill up.
Hey.
and me, and Ravener, and Aleta, I guess, are gonna go.
She's so pretty.
But just really, just
So
bundle
what
of
are you guys going to
neuroses.
do?
We're gonna go through the secret door. We'll figure out what's
How are
down
you
there.
going to get through the door?
She's like magic. I can blow up anything. Ravener has succeeded at things before.
It's true. I do.
What are you attempting, Aleta? I saw you rolling some dice.
Oh, it's the mental conflict of Aleta,
Ah.
constantly torn between reason and curiosity.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Never.
So what do you guys do to try and get through the door?
Let's just try to open it regular.
I walk up to the door and I speak the word friend.
It does not open.
I try to open it with just the hand.
It does not open.
I lick the door.
So, answer me
wondering
this,
when you do
guys.
that.
Yeah.
Why are you all down here?
I mean, I'll give you 3 guesses. I feel like this one's pretty.
This one's obvious. We are stealing the money that the Thieves Guild has stolen from other people.
We are taking the money from the bad guys
Really?
to give it to the good guys.
Well, yeah. No,
We
totally.
are definitely giving this to the good guys.
I mean,
Insight. Do I believe any of that?
I'm
It's
telling
true.
the truth.
I rolled a 4.
you believe any of
And
that?
that's added 4, so an 8.
I don't know.
I
If,
believe
if
any
it's
of that.
true, if she fails, doesn't that mean she doesn't believe it?
Maybe.
That
Incorrect.
is the nature of insight checks. Very vague.
Yeah, so I don't believe, or I believe them. So that
Because
means
we're
I
telling
would
the truth.
wanna help. What I wanna. Hold on.
Just help us with the door.
Aleta, look. We do this every time there's like a cool magic thing.
What if there's
You're
a
like,
giant
I don't
book?
know if we should, and then we try to do it,
Like,
and either we do it
imagine
and you
how
follow because you want to know
big.
what's there,
Who
or you
is
just
it
do
that
it
you're
yourself.
stealing this from?
Just
The
fucking
crows.
The crows. Those are the bad guys.
Focus
They
on the
are
door.
targets. Who
Behind
are you
the
giving
door
it to?
is a library.
We are giving it to the people that need it. The
Who?
poor folks, people that it has been taken from.
They robbed all the people and they extorted money, and we're giving the money back to the people.
I cast dispel magic on the door.
All right. You see a shimmering field kind of blink into existence for a moment and then fade, as though a pane of glass has been shattered.
All right,
Right,
buddy,
open
lick it
the
open.
door.
All right. It still doesn't seem to budge. There's some kind of mechanism, but you guys just don't seem to be able to find the mechanism itself.
We don't have
I'll
a
do
You
a-
have stopped whatever is protecting.
I'll do
protecting it.
a sleight of hand. Can I do a sleight of hand to like fiddle with it to try and find the mechanism?
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check.
Gimme.
big money.
Ooh,
yeah.
19 plus 2 plus, or 19 plus 3 plus 2, 24.
You do find the mechanism. It is mega locked.
I mean,
You know
how
I don't
locks
think
work, right?
I don't think we need to relock the door.
I don't think so either.
No.
I think that we could just do away with.
Yeah, I don't think the lock is necessary.
What's your concern? That
I'm
you're not
not
even
there.
here.
Another.
Yeah, you're not
So,
even here. I don't even hear that whimper.
What do you guys? What do you guys
I thought
do?
that was her, actually.
I thought that was it.
No, that was me.
Yeah.
That was
What
me.
do you guys?
Look, I've
what do
gotten
you-
pretty used to that sound when I say I'm gonna do a thing in the
So,
game.
so what do you
Oh.
do?
What do you mean? Like,
All right, you laser the door.
oh, the lock.
You gem laser the lock.
Yeah.
All right, so you hold out the gem and you cast your spell through it. As you're doing that,
Bungles?
you hear Bungles say, "Oh, hey, what's that?"
I'm gonna kill her.
And she like grabs this scepter and is like, "How did you guys miss this?" And as she picks it up, all the magic in the room kind of goes haywire.
Oh, wonderful.
I should have killed her.
your spell kind of splits into like it's been arced not through a prism, but like that focuses it, but like that just kind of casts it all around the room.
Like that.
I dispel magic.
You cast dispel magic. You are probably the reason why it isn't completely destructive, but
Does it look kind of like in Hot Rod that tattoo Chris Parnell has of the guy peeing on the FM radio and the TV at the same time?
yes.
Cool. Okay.
That is
that is a
super
very deep cut.
specific.
It's one of my favorite jokes in anything.
But so basically, what
I'm
happens
gonna
is
shoot Bungles.
streams
I won't stop you.
of energy are spread across the room. Swaths of the gold just kind of melt instantly.
No!
In fact, the worst
I'm
part.
gonna kill Bungles.
The worst part is that when one of the beams intersects the magic chest, and there is a massive, not explosion so much as a rift opens up,
Oh, I'm good at rifts though. That's.
Rifts are my speciality.
you all need to make strength saves.
Are you sure it's not more of a charisma situation?
It's a strength situation.
I got a 7.
Peren, you're not there.
Yeah, good.
I got an 11.
All right, you're fine. You're fine.
I got an
Managed
11.
To pick up
You're
a
fine.
large box
So
whenever
what
I was.
happens is you see Bungles like holding the scepter as she is pulled into the rift, along with Silverleaf and Fillinsworth and
Oh.
and then it closes and the chest is still there, but it's in like 7 different pieces that are all on fire.
So it's
I'm
not.
standing there agape, and then I just turn and look right at you.
No! This is a bungle! Like, every time the thing goes wrong, it's Bungles' fault.
That one was kind of mega obviously
I
Bungles.
would
Yeah.
like to point
All
out
the
that the
gold-
gnome said to kill her.
all the
As
But
soon
the
as
gnome
we saw
also
her.
said to blast the door.
all the gold in
I
the
mean, I would've
vault.
anyway.
All
Okay,
the
yeah,
gold
that was
in the
disingenuous
vault
of me, I'm sorry.
is gone.
I
No,
am
no,
now
no, 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 no.
steaming
No,
out
No,
of
no,
my
no,
ears.
no, no, no,
It's
no,
all
no.
melted.
No, it's not. not.
steaming out of my
It's like,
ears.
this is a funny bit you're doing, but it's not.
It's all melted.
Okay, but even if it's melted, we can just pick it up off
But-
the ground.
The door
Well, not
is
right now.
the door is open. You did destroy the lock.
We go in. Or should we save the chest?
I swear to God,
What
next
do
time
you
we see Bungles, I'm gonna open some kind of summoning portal
Yeah,
inside
what?
her lungs. If you don't think she's gonna be back to do something annoying,
That scepter.
no.
I should point.
Did the scepter
so
get left
the
behind?
gold is all melted. The scepter is still there.
I go and
Don't
pick up
touch
the
it.
No,
scepter.
I want it.
I'm
No,
picking up the
you're
scepter.
not touching
He picked
it.
up the
I'm picking
That's
up
not
the scepter.
happening.
I picked up the scepter.
He picked up the scepter right when you said don't. The scepter is still there. There are still 2 massive statues of pure jade in the room. Very valuable.
But we can't carry them out.
We'll get them later.
And-
Bags can go.
And a couple of rubies are left
I'll
on the
pocket
ground.
those. I'll pocket those.
Yeah.
Please put that down. Please.
Scepter.
Please.
S
Put that down.
E P.
SCE.
Oh,
CEP.
scepter.
Anyway,
I'm a gnome.
you open the vault, yes?
Scepter. I was
Yeah.
spelling it gnomish.
Yeah.
All right. When you open the vault,
I'm really upset.
everyone make
Note seems
everyone-
to befuddle magic.
Everyone make a
Charisma would be great.
charisma saving.
Yes,
throw.
I tricked him into saying what I wanted.
5.
With or without proficiency?
With proficiency.
19.
Oh.
If you've got
crap.
19.
it. I think.
What were you doing?
Proficiency
Charisma?
based on-
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I rolled
for
a
some checks you
one.
don't
Alright.
use- for saves. you don't use
5.
it?
Nope.
So you both, the 2 of you
Whatever.
are filled
I did.
with fear. There is this like wave of something that comes through, and then there's you're both suddenly afraid.
Like debilitating fear or
Not
irrational action fear?
Not
Did I
like
make a little gnomey pee-pee on the floor?
I leave that
That's a
both
character
up to
choice.
you guys. But so mostly you have gained the frightened condition, which means that you're at disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and that sort of thing. Ordinarily, you wouldn't be able to move closer to the source of your fear, but we're gonna ignore that part because there is no source.
Because I don't know what's causing it, but the immediate thing that would cause me fear is that scepter doing the crazy shit it just did. So am I backing away from that then?
That was, I mean, if you are smart enough, I feel like, to realize that happened when the door opened. Not
Back
when,
away from the door.
not when
Don't
it
go
was
near the
accepted.
door.
You're
Don't do
afraid
it.
of
You don't want to go in
opening
there.
doors.
Do not go in that door.
Ever now.
Never
There's
open
something
that
bad
But
in
door.
there.
this time,
This
that
is a bad
overhead,
thing.
you hear like yells and shouts and a grand melee.
We need to leave
It
now.
sounds fun up there.
We need
No.
to go.
No. You do not get to
Meanwhile,
espouse this
back
nonsense.
upstairs. We'll leave that behind. Back upstairs. The peasant army is chanting and shouting in triumph as you've routed the crows that are headquartered in the Drunken Ogre.
Alright.
Even Silas and Cameron have joined the fight,
Alright.
inspired by you guys.
Hate it.
Me too.
It's true.
They help show you like where they are running from, and then you find like their secret escape tunnel because
Sure.
several of like you fought the lieutenants and stuff, but
Right.
the ones that are in charge have fled down below.
After them!
And as you descend, make a charisma save.
I got a 16. I made it.
Excellent. Oh, that's right. You did. You are not afraid.
Okay.
But several of the people near you become afraid. The army of peasants dwindles. You have maybe about 30 or so.
I sing Les Mis to restore their...
All right, make a.
Just sing it.
Do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men?
It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. All
Our
right.
mate's gonna be so mad that he is home night-killed out right now because that is his favorite shit.
They are rallied. I'll just give it to you. That was-
Successful round.
as many people that joined in, yeah, they're rallied. So you guys hear singing but it's not coming from behind you guys. It's coming from down in where that door opened.
Oh God, no! Why?
The logistics of this don't make any sense.
No. We're already under it.
Look, you're afraid.
I'm afraid.
You're afraid.
You guys
shining
actually, as you hear the song, the fire in your blood dispels the fear, and you feel rallied.
Great,
First,
cool. Let's
rally
go.
I'm not
In the
afraid,
door?
and who pissed on the floor?
You.
That's what I want to know.
That was you also. There's a clear track of evidence running up the leg of your pants.
Peren,
This.
you've made
was
it back
planted.
to the castle.
Police.
It's a good thing that you guys were going stealthily because you notice that a number of people are kind of like out of their minds with fear and are kind of fighting with each other.
What?
Yeah, you try and
Like which people?
like peasants, noblemen, like
Just sort of like
any-
everyone
everyone.
around?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like freaking out, punching each
Yeah,
other?
not everyone, but a fair number of people are, and people are trying to stop, and it's sort of like a riot has spread throughout the city.
I will, as I run by, just sort of calm emotions. Calm emotions. Calm emotions.
Absolutely. That's probably why there aren't as many people that are killed in this event as there could be.
Then, as needed, sleep. Sleep. Sleep.
Cool.
I will use all of my suppressive magic, of which I had plenty, to try to douse this emotional flame.
Make an insight check.
All right. I got a 14.
God, I'm part of you like the worst person to date. You're like, no, you like no calm motion.
You're like,
Princess Belia seems.
oh wait, insight is probably actually what I said.
Insight is wisdom.
Yeah, +1.
Yeah. Now, Princess Belia is kind of impressed at all of this. You realize as you guys make it back to the palace and you take refuge, but even there, like, there's still some people that are fighting, kind of clawing at the walls. And as you guys kind of take refuge in her chambers, that's when you guys hear the moaning and the groaning of the dead.
What?
Back under the vault.
What?
Oh, geez.
Hello.
You guys
We're going.
go through the door. So you rally yourselves.
Yeah.
You all regroup.
Like, you're not even frightened anymore. Why are you even hesitating?
And
You are the worst at being curious of any curious person I've ever met.
There's something that you three find very familiar about the machinery you're seeing as you kind of continue on. This chamber is vast. You step out of the dank caverns that have been carved, and out of the secret staircase that spirals back up to the drunken ogre from on the other side of the vault door.
So we're coming into this room from
Wait,
one
so we're
side.
under the
Yeah.
drunken ogre
They're
right
and
now?
coming
Bags and friends are coming down the stairs towards
Yes,
the room.
yes.
Cool, copy.
You guys step into a room that is the floor is metallic. There are glass tubes that line the walls here.
Wait.
They are filled with green fluid.
What's
And
in that? Is
you
it magical?
recognize the sort of design of this. You've seen something like this before. It's the same sort of design of the things that were in the secret room in Lord Edmund Theobald's home.
Right. There's
I
some
cast
Jeffrey
detect magic.
adjacent
Oh,
stuff
it's magic.
happening here.
It's
Uh,
magic.
there
What kind
are-
of magic?
Necromancy.
Oh,
Because
no.
inside a few of the tanks, but not all, you see corpses that are kind of slowly just floating.
Nope.
Um,
Nope.
and-
Nope.
You also see
Do you need like a blanket? You just want to like lie down? Like we'll handle it?
you also see the three sort of leaders of the crows that you've been pursuing, Carmine and two of his top associates.
Isn't Russell the leader of the crowd?
And that's when you see the elusive Russell. He's the fourth person here. Yes.
Are they undead?
They are not. Oh, in the tubes?
Uh-huh.
Yes, definitely.
I turn them.
Cool. We'll get to that in
Immediately.
just a minute. We'll resolve that here in a moment, but I want to finish setting the stage.
Hungry.
Every now and then.
So, What you see there's Carmine, who's the pit boss, two of his associates, and then there is Russell, who is a very tall man who does look a little bit dorky. He's got like long gray hair.
Correct, nerd.
And behind them, they're talking with someone else who is wearing white robes and is more gaunt and bones than skin, but still definitely human.
There's a fifth person.
You don't recognize this fifth person.
But there are five
there's
people.
five
There are 5 people all in all.
Okay.
That's a necromancer.
I mean, you know what we could do.
Shadows, Luke?
I say you just...
what?
Can you...
I hope that's not the way necromancers wave to each other, because that arm was going in a distressing direction.
What happens? You see Russell kind of look concerned by something that the man in white has said, and you guys catch the very end of that. As you come roaring in, you catch the last little bit of outlived your usefulness.
Oh wait, maybe they'll kill each other.
I mean, I kind of want to. Well,
and then you turn the undead.
as you
Uh,
know.
So they have to make wisdom saves,
Mhm.
and if they don't get a 16 or above, they are destroyed.
Ah, excellent. Many of the ones that are in the tanks just evaporate.
Delightful. Are there some left?
There are a lot of tanks down here. You aren't. I know that the range on that is like what, 60 feet or something like that.
It's either
30
30
feet.
or
I think it's
60.
30.
Yeah, I think it's 30
I think
feet.
it's
There are well more.
30 feet. Yeah.
And that's when they say, we have unexpected guests. Russell, if you wish to prove that your organization is still valuable to us, deal with these fools. I will leave you the Type 9. This will be an excellent test. And then he sort of like turns and walks away.
Wait,
I
I
wanna
want to
do
shoot
that.
him.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to
Mm-hmm.
roll back the hunger of Hadar,
Uh-huh.
but I want to use my newfound mental focus brain
Uh-huh.
to make it littler, so it just eats these bunch of jabronis.
Okay. Okay.
And if you need to ask, if I to do that, what I need to do is imagine myself with like a big kind of plow situation, just plowing the edges away so it stays small. I'll do it.
I like that.
I'll imagine that.
You do need to do that, and that will be how you make your Arcana check. Make your Arcana check.
Like this, just roll an Arcana
Just an
check.
Arcana check, yeah.
I hope it's good. It's not bad. It's 16. No, 17.
17. With his 17, so here's what you realize. If you cast the Hunger of Hadar, you realize you won't be able to contain it the way you want. It will still kind of
Anything.
reach. It'll still fill out the entirety of its area, but you will be able to remain in control of like the concentration aspect of it.
The duration.
Will that now be big enough to also snag up the little
Yes.
guy that walked
That
away?
we should have asked a long time ago.
Yes.
What was left after the hunger of Hadar went away before?
That is a question.
Everything was fine. I assume.
Actually, yeah, everything was
Okay.
fine. Everything was fine.
Well, there's no way I could do a 200-foot circle in here and not hurt my friends.
You just center it.
Yeah, if you aimed it further away, you could.
It is a
That
very
just gets the
big
bad
place.
boys.
It would just get you the bad boys. Yes.
Absolutely, that's what I want to do.
All right.
But infinite knowledge and wisdom you're giving them. What if they
You're
go
gonna
to?
die.
I don't know.
That place doesn't seem very deadly.
Yeah. What
That's
if,
because he could protect
what
himself.
if they get a lot
Well,
of knowledge?
it is a moot point because you go to cast the spell, and one of the guys that is near Carmine holds up his hands, and the magic fizzles.
Wait, it went through the stone.
He casts a counter spell. Look at the nerd. That's fine. We'll figure something out.
All
Maybe that
right,
wasn't good.
and now we fight.
Certainly.
Wait. Has
We'll have to be quick
has
because we're
head
nearing the
dude
end of our time.
has head dude left the place completely?
He is walking away. You can
I
shoot
shoot him.
All right, make an attack,
My initiative is 14.
and then make an initiative roll.
Hold on, stand by. No, because I can't remember my own stats.
How much? 12. Cool. 12, you said 14?
Should be
Aleta?
6.
6?
Oh, initiative? Oh,
And 10. Cool.
Your,
All right.
Your hit should be +9.
Huh?
Your hit should be +9.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was doing initiative. Yeah.
Hit.
So I'm like way
So you're-
behind. I'm only.
What did you get on your attack roll?
Oh, 20.
20? You definitely hit him.
Okay, thank God. And now we shall calculate damage, please. I need an 8. This is a 10. Do you have an 8?
There's an 8 right there.
Got it.
Yeah,
11.
11?
No, 10.
Excellent.
Sorry.
Okay. Well,
10.
he...
And then I attack again instantly.
Yes, that's right. You get 2 attacks.
Uh,
definitely hit.
Definitely hit him.
Wait, you just double arrow this man?
Yep. Just like
12.
zoom, double arrow. Cool. He definitely like staggers under the impact, but he doesn't turn around.
Awesome, because then Garbanzo leaps at him.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get to go first? Oh, that's cool. Go for it.
I gotta kill this guy.
This is his surprise round.
Oh, cool. Fair enough.
Pissing me off.
But before we get to that part, and now we're back into normal initiative. So he is up first, and he just sort of walks into the shadows, and then there is a sort of glowing door that opens in front of him. He steps through it, and the door vanishes.
With my arrows?
Yes, with your
Thief.
arrows embedded in his shoulder.
That's good. No, that's good. Now if now we can cast locate object on your arrows, and as long as we're like 1,000 feet of him, we'll be able to find
Like a
him.
homing device.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay.
And then,
thinking.
did anyone have higher than a 16?
On initiative?
Peren, you should
No.
roll initiative for this as well.
Unless you count 14 as higher than a 16.
Not. So the next thing that.
Oh, wait, Peren did.
Yeah, I did.
All
but
right.
I don't. I'm
So,
not there.
well, here's why you need to roll initiative is because that moaning has grown louder, and now something is battering at the door.
I got a 19.
And the the first thing you see is a withered undead fist punch through the door.
Ooh, this is-
Undead,
Hey, it's undead.
are
Can we
not
just turn it-
known for their ability to be convinced of things.
They are not.
Or go to sleep.
Yeah, they don't like sleeping either.
Not any sleep?
We should run, says Belia.
Yep.
And
Down with that.
also, yeah, presumably you've like expended all of your spell slots helping the town.
All of them.
I mean,
did say
What
you
you
were
said.
You did say
You were
as
all
you-
like
as
sleep,
needed.
sleep, pacify, love each other.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Notably,
your
that is a
sexy
lot
undies.
because
That is a lot. No, I will be taking that into account.
Okay.
I will be taking Peren's heroics into account
Huzzah!
in calculating the aftermath.
You're at screaming through town, throwing sleep around.
He
Fine,
ran
it's fine.
screaming stealthily.
That's
through town.
true.
He's stealth screaming through town.
Everything about it. It's exactly what you described, but his arm was like this.
Yeah.
And he was
This
halfway
is
to
how you stealth. This is 30% of it.
He was
on-
halfway to death.
On the 16, what happens is Russell turns, looks at you guys, and crushes a gem in his hand, and the largest tank in the back shatters, and this hulking monstrosity, this real malformed humanoid figure steps out. It's not quite shaped like an ogre, but it's as big as an ogre. Its face is twisted
It's
into
a not ogre.
an insane, pained expression, and as it opens its mouth, a long tendril bursts forth, and it rushes towards you guys.
It's just sad.
Don't you like learning new things?
Everyone make a reflex
This
save.
is new!
DC is 12.
15.
So Dex save DC 12.
Oh, if it's a
13
dex
on the
save on
die.
top, it's a 19.
10, the number 10.
All right. Those of you,
19 Gnomes.
those of you who saved only take 9 points of damage. Those of you who fail take 18 points of acid damage as it rushes up and sort of vomits up a stream of acid. All right. This is like
that Travis?
it's been put
18?
together. It's been put together out of several different corpse types.
55.
No.
You shake it off. All right.
Taylor.
Next up, we have 14, I do believe.
Yeah. Okay.
We both got 14s, I think. But yeah.
Yes. So, wait, you had a 14 as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay.
So we all
Yeah.
have 14.
Whoever wants
You
to go.
go first because I gotta decide what I'm gonna.
All right, Ravener, you're up.
We have one big baddie,
There's
and then
one
we have
big bad
four
and
baddie
four
dudes.
baddie dudes that are not undead monsters.
And at least one of them
probably.
can theoretically cancel spells.
Okay.
Once per round.
Yeah.
The-
Only once per round.
The dude who went and stopped them all from getting sucked into the abyss, I'm gonna shoot at him.
All right, that sounds like a great plan. Make your attack rolls,
I love making attack rolls.
and go ahead and
18.
I assume Garbanzo will do the same as well,
Yes.
unless you kill him. But 18 hits.
And 5,
Move your star.
and then
Oh right, there's these guys.
Oh, beans.
beans. That probably missed.
That missed. Yep.
Okay, and then
But luckily, we're not playing with critical failures.
You don't
Yeah.
attack yourself.
Well, that would be really weird, wouldn't it? Okay, and then Garbanzo leaps at him,
All right.
and Garbanzo 21.
21. That definitely hits.
Okay, and that will be a D8 plus 2, 8,
8. All right.
and then 13 and 7 more, so 20.
20.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that will be a 2d6. I need one of those.
As Garbanzo
5,
rips in and tears into him.
6, 7 more.
Cool.
Dead?
He is not quite, but a good stiff breeze will knock him over. He is.
I
staggered
should have
on
hit him
his
with that
feet.
second arrow.
Yeah, if you'd hit him with that second arrow, he'd probably be out.
You shot it into the ceiling.
Alright.
Weird.
I will.
It happens.
Wait,
I
do you
will
have
yell
14
at-
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Triple
roll
14s, yeah, I'll go
triple
last.
14s.
Citizens of Highever, stand back! This looks like a job for the Paramount heroes! And I'll break into the pose
Okay, it's all
that me and Peren have obviously been planning this
Oh,
entire
yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll break the pose, and I'm like, guys.
I like.
Oh.
Yeah!
Cool. I like that.
And then I will charge the big beastie.
All right, you charge the
Oh.
big beastie.
Buckets.
What? Who's that? I'm not buckets. That's somebody totally different.
All right, what you got?
Alright, I will wrap my my blade in green flames, my shovel. It is my sacred duty as a gravedigger to return you to whence you came. Ooh, I'm still a little in character, obviously.
Totally.
Kind of worked up.
Absolutely.
So that is a 25 to hit.
Cool.
I assume that hits.
That definitely hits.
Alright. Alright, so I hit him for 14 bashing and 7 fire.
Ouch. All right. He is not happy about that.
And
It is roars.
Is there anything nearby?
Yes, there are. So in the area around you, there are those big tubes that are full of liquid, and some are corpses. There are jars that seem full of things floating in formaldehyde.
But nothing else like attacking us at the moment. No, like enemies.
Not yet. No.
So that's fine.
And then Alamar. I believe that's you now. Yes.
So yes. So, couple quick cues.
Yes.
Given where Bags is, there's no way that I could either Circle of Daggers or regular Arms of Hadar without hitting my friend.
Arms of Hadar, no. The Circle of Daggers. What's the range on that?
It's only a 5-inch radius. 5 foot.
5
5
foot
foot
radius.
radius. Then it's 10 times. It's 50, right?
Yes, you could definitely manage to not catch Bags and the monster in that.
Should I? Hey Bags, would you rather I throw up a cloud of daggers or just a regular laser?
Kill the humans!
Okay. In that
the
case,
crows! That's much less ominous.
in that case,
And specific.
Yeah! Shouts the crowd. Kill all humans.
in that case, in that case, I'll like
Quarter
I'll
elves
move.
may survive.
So I'm assuming the way it's laid out is like the crows are kind of back here,
Uh-huh.
monsters here, we're here.
Yeah.
So-
Monsters behind the crows, actually.
Monsters behind the crows. Then
Or
how
no,
do-
actually, yeah, monsters between you and the crows.
Yeah, okay. So
Sorry.
I want to go
Keeping it all
around
straight.
monster,
Uh-huh.
and then I will do Arms of Hadar, which is like a 10 foot line with this
Right,
100 foot
right.
line, and hit the crows,
The crows? Okay.
and that should hit all of them, right?
You won't get Carmine, but you will get the other 3, including Russell.
Do we care? Does that make a difference? Anyone? Okay, great. Yeah, let's
If
do
you
it.
kill them all.
All right.
still
What
do.
does the Arms of Hadar do?
It's going to be a great question that I'll answer now.
Cool. While he does that, you hear a shout of, "Clearly, the Gravedigger is the people's champion, and I cannot bear to let him fight alone." And then the bear like rushes up beside you, and then you also hear a shout of, "Yeah, we've got a couple of questions we want to ask this monster." And the Axe Brothers, who have been in the crowd with you guys as well, kind of join the fray. And now there's the 4 of you guys fighting.
Point of order. Each creature in this area must make a... Oh wait, it says... 10 energy from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of me, which is all enemy creatures within 10 feet of
You probably want to laser someone then, because that will be a lot of people if it's every
It's
creature
not,
within 100
It's not
feet of
enemies.
you.
It's
all
all
creatures.
Yeah,
All
that's
creatures.
So that'll be 10 in a circle.
So you
That's 100 in a
that's 100.
circle.
you wanna
Yeah.
laser someone.
I guess I'll laser one guy.
All right.
Or I could just throw a bunch of knives and hit all 4 of the...
You could throw a bunch of knives and hit those jerks.
And I'll hit all
yes.
4 of those jerks.
You could do that.
Okay, so we'll do that. So I throw up the cloud of daggers in there.
All
The
right.
daggers are the storm of swords.
It is.
Little storm of swords. I cast Game of Thrones,
He
and they're
holds
battered
up-
by
He
chairs.
holds up
Ta-da-dun,
the
ta-da-dun,
gem.
ta-da-dun.
And one of them misses and tragically
you-
gets one of us. Because Game of Thrones.
Well, no, I feel like if it were a Game of Thrones, like
And then
as-
the
as
bad
he
guys
casts
bring
that-
that guy back to life to fight against
Yeah.
him.
No, it's not that it
Okay,
would tragically
so
miss. It's that their children would come and get revenge upon your children in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And it would the endless cycle of revenge and
That's
murder.
fair.
would
Okay, so
continue.
I'll use my 3rd level spell slot to do this.
Ooh,
Which means
jeez.
they each take 60 d4 slashing damage.
Is that legit?
That is legit.
Well,
This
that's
does make
2d4,
spells-
and then we multiply by 10, so 6 times 10 is 60. And that's 60 d4.
That's a lot.
That is a
I
lot.
told you shouldn't take this gem away from me. I'm sweet at it.
I'm gonna use this die roller here for you.
Uh-oh.
Just
So you don't have to roll 6.
or actually, let's just average damage that.
So
30-ish.
No, it's 60 is a minimum.
no 120.
Oh, 6.
No,
I
so
out hard
Yeah.
crit at math.
Yeah.
it'd be 2.5 per die.
Yeah, like
die.
130.
130,
So
140.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Do any of them survive that?
No, none of them
I mean, I
survived
think
that.
they get reflex saves.
Oh,
to take
okay.
half, right?
No.
What?
You fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube,
Right.
5 feet on each side.
Yes.
Center on a point, you choose within range. A creature takes 44 slashing damage and enters that spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Uh-huh.
I assume this is them entering it because it shows
This
up
is them
on them.
entering.
No,
Oh yeah.
No?
it's on the start of the turn.
It,
Okay.
It'll be at the start of their turns.
Sure.
So here, there are like whirling
Okay,
arcane
sure,
swords
fine.
all through there,
Oh.
and then that's the end of your turn. But you are joined by the other
Yes.
fighters.
Cancel my spell again, nerd. That's one of the level
he
3 spell
wishes
slots
he
there, so
could,
it's gone.
and then he sort of opens up his mouth to try and cast a spell, but is immediately like caught by one of the swords and whirled into the storm. Oh, who was it that we said Cuisinart, and they were wondering what a Cuisinart was? Because this is a real good example of what a Cuisinart is. As they are,
I assume it was you.
they
That
are
was me,
rude.
but, yeah.
I mean, they're not like
No,
pureed, but they are chopped up a whole bunch very fast, and then they're gone. How long does that spell last?
Like 10 days.
1 minute
Okay,
or
cool.
until
No, just-
I stop concentrating.
Cool. And you are in full control of this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. 'Cause I totally couldn't. Right. I couldn't do this right. But I forgot that this went wrong last time.
It did go wrong last time.
Good thing it didn't go wrong this time. Am I right, dudes?
Yeah.
Presumably you haven't said that out loud, but you might have.
I feel like he probably said it out
Probably
loud.
did say that.
I don't
Which
think.
will bring us back to some questions later, but not now.
Aleta, what do you have on initiative?
4.
Oh, you have 4. Okay. So the monster gets to go before you.
Yeah, that worked out.
I forgot there was an
Oh wait, no, it already went. It went early, so you're up.
Awesome. So, giant necromantic monstrosity, which is an abomination to the eyes of Galean because it takes the world out of balance, which I say out loud very, very loudly as I walk right towards the thing and cast Destroy Undead on it. Or
All right.
Turn Undead, whatever the
Which
the,
one?
It was the big,
Okay, the
dude.
big thing. Yes.
Yeah. The other ones are in a tank. I can deal with them in a minute.
It resists. Several of the creature. Wow. Only one of the corpses in the tanks beside it kind of it bursts and dissolves. The others start battering at the glass.
Hey,
Unpleasant.
hey,
And
maybe
I
freestyling's not so bad, huh?
What else do you do?
don't poke the
What
bear.
what else do you
Don't
do?
do it. So I also, because I'm just very outraged and mad at this, I cast my spiritual weapon, and the giant tome of Galean appears in the air above the head of. Is the person who I think caused all of this?
They're
in
gone.
here?
No, they're gone.
Okay, cool. So I
It's
cast
monster
the tome.
or many of the undead that are kind of, you notice, trying to break their way out of the tubes.
And they can wait. I bat the big dude over
All
the
right.
head with the tome.
Make your attack roll.
And
Aw,
What you got?
that's a 10.
That hits. This thing is huge.
Okay.
And slow.
Its defense is its hit points.
Yeah.
No, not that one. This one.
What?
Some,
I
so
don't
some,
think he means literally.
yeah.
Oh.
Some monsters are hard to kill because they are hard to hit. Some monsters are hard to kill
Oh,
because they have
I
so many hit
understand.
points.
Okay, yeah.
In fact,
just like a
you
damage
do
sponge.
double damage. So
24 radiant
roll,
damage.
roll. Yeah, actually, it's doubled if they're vulnerable. Yeah, so that's after doubling it.
Yeah. It
Cool.
was 12. So.
Yeah, you notice that it kind of reacts with almost fear to this kind of smite.
Makes sense. Radiant damage. It's undead.
Back around. It's the beginning of a whole new round. Peren, you get to go first this time.
So describe the window.
The window.
In detail.
So
the one window in the entire
actually,
castle.
there are 4 windows in
Okay.
terms of Valia's like room, which is where you guys kind of fell
Unless
back
the,
to.
I assume there's not like 2 exits to this room.
No.
Okay, yeah. Then describe the window.
violates fire code.
There's
Wouldn't
some
that make it better?
Yeah, how would that violate
What?
fire code?
I was like, is there
Because
some way
then
we
fire
can
can get in
teleport
it too.
the Crimson Rose back here right as Peren saves her to steal Peren's thunder again?
Don't
Right.
worry, I've got a plan for that too.
Darn it.
So yeah, the window. There are 4 windows in this room.
Okay.
They all sort of overlook the town. It's very beautiful.
Alright,
view.
there's no like balcony or notable useful ladder.
What is the distance
no,
between the
but,
windows and the door?
Okay.
But Princess Valia grabs a golden colored rope from behind her bed and says, "This is how I sneak out. I never thought it would save my life."
Who knew? Let's do it. Also, I'm gonna real quick mending the door.
All right.
To just try to-
Good plan. Yeah. That kind of undoes some of the damages as you hear
Yeah.
more of the undead sort of beat at it.
Yeah.
You bought yourself around.
Cool.
Alright.
Whoa. Is your mending different from mine? Because mine takes a minute to cast.
We got time. It's fine. So I'll take a minute.
All right.
no, I'll just.
I gave myself
That's
a round
all right.
and
All right.
lose 9.
So you just, I'm guessing you do something different then.
Yeah. In that case, Are undead affected by illusion?
They can be. Yeah.
Alright.
Is it a wisdom thing? Because they're bad at wisdom.
I don't
They are
know.
not immune to illusions. They
Okay.
are- yeah.
Then all illusion. Screw it. No, I'm just gonna book it.
All right.
It's too complicated.
How do you open the window? Do you shatter it? What tell me how
Oh.
you book it.
Okay.
Like, how does Peren Gravecastle make an
Ooh.
exit?
How good am I at acrobatics? Pretty good. 'Cause I'm dexterous. I do love dramatic theatrics.
No.
Yeah.
I know.
You
Shocker.
don't say.
The fact
Shocker.
that you
I
finally
feel like we've learned so much about our
came out of
characters.
the
Like
closet,
Peren loves
but-
theatrical
You-
stuff.
you-
I like blowing stuff up.
You
It's
like
like
dramatic
wow.
theatrics.
I know
You-
it's never come up, but I feel like even though I know it's just gonna end up hurting, I'll dive through the window with rope into. Do I think I could hold the princess in one arm, jump through the window with the rope, and not hurt mostly her, then me, then
Rope?
rope
Does,
in that order?
does Peren think he could do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn it, that's a good point. All right, I'll try it.
All right. Make an acrobatics check.
Okay. I got a 21.
Cool.
21.
Excellent. Make also a
good number.
strength check.
Okay, not as good.
Oh,
19.
mama!
You do not drop the princess.
Hey,
you just sort
that's
of
really
like
good.
she's tying off the rope, and you grab her. You grab one end of the rope, and you just like vault through the window
Right.
as the undead come rushing at you guys. And
Oh,
you,
even better.
You,
I'm glad I didn't mention the
swing-
door.
You swing down. You catch yourself. You're dangling about 60 feet from the ground.
That's fine. Because we made our.
You
we
guys
made our
are
exit.
you guys are also like above a balcony and can drop down and
Okay.
you know like this is a route that she uses many a time.
Sure.
She'll kind of tell you.
guide us.
rendezvous. eh?
Cool.
But one thing you notice from your vantage point is that there are a couple of places where it looks like the ground in the town has shattered and things are crawling up from within.
Put a pin in that.
Yep.
So that's sort of.
That's a deal with later,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
now it's the monster's turn.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's attacking everyone.
Afraid of my Bible
No.
of Doom.
I mean, yes
all right.
and no.
Bax.
Yes.
I have hit you with a 23.
You have hit me with a 23.
All right. Cool.
Great combo.
You take 10 points of damage, and you
Okay.
do make a DC something Constitution save. Make a Constitution save. Whilst I look up
Uh-oh.
the number that I should remember.
It is important to know what this is.
14 versus poison.
Alright, I have a 16.
Okay, you are not poisoned.
Alright.
Uh,
Also pretty resistant to poison.
Aren't you like
No,
a rock?
I mean, I was a rock from the acid. But I can't be the rock. I'm the
It's
brave
trademarked.
leader.
It also
People's shove.
it also manages to smash at the bear and it
Okay.
injures him a little bit. The Axe Brothers are a little bit more nimble and manage to
Okay.
dodge out of the way.
Axe be nimble, axe be
Um,
quick.
And then it's 14s for everyone.
Yay! You want to go first?
Well, don't we just be on the same order? Or can we just like?
Yeah,
No, you can
whichever
mix it
order
up.
you guys want to go.
Oh, we
It's
can
fine
mix
by
up
me.
for time.
Mine's easy.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just,
can delay.
Yeah, you go first.
I'm
my man.
gonna slap him again with my shovel.
Sure.
Get off me, beast!
Okay. And you said this AC was John. Right?
10, yeah.
10. Alright, so
10
that'll
is its
hit.
AC.
And 10 is the number.
Big and
So all
bubbly,
I need to
easy
do
to
is
hit.
beat.
Yeah.
All I need to do is beat a 3.
Okay, roll that.
Sure.
That's a
Ooh,
very low
ouch.
number.
Yeah, if he's just.
Alright, so he takes 13
And I am his weak.
bashing,
Except he lives on my weakness.
7
so-
fire damage.
Cool.
And then if there's any zombies trying to get out, one of them takes 10 to
There are, and how much does it take?
10.
So one, there is a zombie that that bursts out, and does not make its zombie save. So there is an undead beast that kind of like shambles out of the tank. It bursts into flame and goes down. But you notice that all of these undead are kind of customized.
Okay.
So like they're not just zombies, right?
Sure.
But like this one has its arm kind of grown into
It's
a
like the
sword.
luxury model. They have a couple
Uh,
added.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Extra mirrors.
Yeah.
And then there are
Mirror.
so that dies.
No,
that's
Anything
a
else?
That's me.
All right, Ravener, Alamar,
Well, I think what's pretty much left is big dude,
big dude, and a couple of little guys
a couple little guys
that are coming out through the tubes.
If you wanna,
There are 3 other little guys right now, and several more in the tanks.
since you get multiple attacks, you want to focus on smoking little guys and all
Yeah.
just rip lasers at the big
I'm
guy?
gonna aim at the little guys. I yell at you. I'm gonna get the little dudes. You do the zappa zappa on.
There are 3 that you see. There
I
are
like how
there
it
are
started
2
as a
more
sentence,
that both of their
evolved
arms
into just
have
a
been
sentence.
are sort of swords carved of bone and viscera. Like it looks like intestines or something are kind of connecting them.
They're really gross
You're
sounding.
turning undead,
They are
right?
very gross looking.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're just gonna keep
I
turning
totally
undead.
recognize that they are not
Not
squirrels,
even
Yes.
playing.
and I fire at one.
All right.
Alright.
Probably,
11
actually.
and 5, 11 and what am I supposed to have? 5, 14.
That definitely hits.
Okay, and then oh, 5.
5. That does take it down. Like it drops to the ground, but then it sort of pulls itself back up.
Oh, it's still in front of me now. So
Yeah.
it's
It's not in front of
basically-
you, but
it's back.
You
It's-
like dropped it, but it kind of got back up.
So it's a meth head.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool.
Exactly.
Sure.
Those are the only people who fall down and get back up.
It's true.
Well, people on the song.
Tub
Like
thumpers.
way high.
Yeah,
like,
tub
Tumble
thumpers,
Rumba,
dude.
come on.
Well,
You
into-
definitely hit.
well into the 20s.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try and do this again.
I think the pronunciation.
8.
That one sticks.
Okay.
Down it goes.
Down it goes. Awesome. Garbanzo jumps at another
I
one.
hope I'm wrong.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make some saves
I'm double
because
checking on that, but I think you're right.
hit.
yeah, he's definitely gonna hit.
Oh, okay.
He shreds him. These
He
guys
shreds
have
him?
like
Okay.
5 hit points.
Oh, well, in that case, are they really close to each other, or are they spread apart?
They're spread apart, but he can reach enough of them.
Okay, so then Garbanzo does his 2 attacks, and you're saying he shreds 2 of them?
Yep.
Actually, that's 3 of them.
Alamar, what you got?
That's why I had you on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a wild guess. I'm gonna shoot laser at the big dude.
Gem laser.
Yeah.
All right. Make your
I
attack roll.
hate that you asked.
Check in.
I hate
Make an
that you
attack roll.
asked.
And while he's
Make an
like
attack roll.
getting ready, I
I'm
look at
not
him
there.
and I
I
do
just
this. I just start
For
doing
when
this.
this goes wrong.
If
It's like
someone
my
walks
head
in
down
and is
in
like,
reverence.
"Hey, we got a pizza," I'm gonna throw a sword through your face. I mean, I got a.
You hit.
I got a
definitely.
20.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or
It wasn't a pizza, it's cupcakes.
a 19.
Oh.
You definitely hit. Yeah.
And then.
And then you do your damage.
Do you want to use your
Yeah,
machine?
we'll just average it out.
Or do you want to do you have a roller app thing? Or
I don't.
I do.
Alright,
Oh,
so what's
okay.
the average on a 10?
Go if he's got a roller. Go ahead and roll
Yeah,
your
just do
your
10 D10
d10s.
on
Hold on,
your-
I gotta remember
Aleta.
to turn the roller on.
There are
No.
so he lasers the massive beast. You've got your spiritual weapon. Do you have any turn undeads
No.
left? Good.
I don't have
You're
any
going to
dice
need
roll.
them. The rest
Here,
of the
10
horde
tens?
breaks
Yeah, here's
breaks
10 tens.
out from their tubes as
Oh,
well.
here.
Undead abominations, get out!
All right.
That's the thing. It's a 16.
Is this 0 or 10?
10.
10, 20, 30. Whoa, 33. So that's all of a sudden
Cool.
50. 2 more. 54.
Cool.
One less than my favorite number. That indicates a lot.
How much did you get?
54.
54. You blast the
I also appreciate derivatives of fire.
you blast the heck out of it, and everyone is kind of showered between your blast, the attacks of the fighters, and everyone else. You dispatch the beast.
Yeah.
Aleta
Work.
keeps between
I just start going around in a circle like this.
between
Down
Aleta
the worm.
and Ravener and company. You guys destroy the rest of the undead that are in this facility.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you find a network of tunnels that leads into more.
More facilities?
And yes, more
So
facilities.
sad about the idea of facility.
There are
Yes.
still like jars of weird goopy stuff on
There
the
are
walls
jars
and
of
whatnot.
weird
I
goopy
use
stuff.
my spiritual weapon to destroy them.
Cool.
Hey, friends.
This is what you
Where's
get
Peren?
Like
when you put your trust.
anything in this
No.
room that I feel
Oh.
could be used to
Yeah.
to bring dead things back to life
Mhm.
in weird twisty ways, I destroy.
Excellent.
Like with no
This is what you get when you put your trust in Harabot's heroes.
Oh, right, yeah.
And the
I'm not there.
Hey, where's Peren? Speaking of Everyone's heroes.
you have escaped the castle.
Obviously.
You feel the just sort of instinctual urge to tell the princess that that's what she gets when she trusts Aramot's
No,
heroes.
I just something inside my soul makes me strike this pose, and I don't know why.
You go and take shelter,
Right, yeah.
but you realize that the
It's still
crisis is far from over.
Dun dun.
So we will conclude this. We'll deal with the aftermath from this next week. But well fought, everyone.
Hey.
In the meantime, thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
We are streaming 3 days a week here, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We play a game of 40k every day. Tomorrow we will be having a special stream where we play The Godfather, the board game, with some very special guests and a very, very cool event. So you will definitely not want to miss that. Tune in. That begins at 5:30 Central Time. And Wednesday, I believe we also have something cool. Do we not? We have a
Shadespire.
preview
Yes.
of Abe, if you would show it off for everyone. We have a preview of Warhammer Underworld's Shadespire. So if you want to see how this fast-paced game of tactical arena combat plays out, you'll want to tune in. I saw a demo of this played live at Gen Con. It's a ton of fun. It's really cool. We've got an exclusive first look or something like that I did for you. So
November?
Comes out in November.
It comes out in November, but we've got it now.
Literally
So
after my birthday.
Nice.
So be sure and tune in for that as well. Also 5:30, or tune in for the rest of what happens with the Tau and Chaos.
For the
I'm
greater
gonna
good.
beat ya.
And Jen and I
I'm
have
gonna
a
beat
grudge
you.
match on Wednesday.
It's happening.
So thank you all for watching. Thanks for following and subscribing, and we'll see you all next time.
Yay.